He's oh my God, what the hell is this? He's gonna try it. And will this be enough? My God, take it
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Ruckus Wrastlin. I'm Josh, alongside my tag team partner in this journey, Justin Toner. How are we doing today, sir?
I wish I could turn black and white like Tony on cue, but we don't have that kind of technology yet.
No, we do not have that technology yet. But with every subscriber, like, and ringing the doorbells, we might get closer to that effect. But right now, what is in effect is WWE Unreal has dropped on Netflix, and this was kind of controversial for wrestling fans. Of them basically pulling back the curtain. Now, a lot of times when they do reality shows like Total Divas or Ms. and Mrs.,
they make sure to script shit some sort of
right,
shit.
yeah, and the Bianca Montez Ford shows, like those type of shows, it feels very forced and scripted. With Unreal, I've seen clips, but I've yet to watch a full episode yet. Justin has watched a few episodes. For what I've gathered and what I've seen online, it's a mixed reaction of people saying, "Oh, you should have booked this," and it's basically the same IWC. It's just now we're seeing it. The dumbest criticism I saw was Triple H is in there. He's just listening to everybody and helping him make decisions. He just doesn't make the decision. I'm like, tell me you've never been creative, and tell me, like, that makes no sense to me. Like, there's a reason that there's multiple people in the room, and then you listen to them. At the end of the day, Triple H is one that makes the final decision, but he still takes creative pitches.
Yeah, because
what's going on for since Vince McMahon's been there.
Yeah, it's collaboration. It's
right.
Like he has the final say. It's like
So
I got to watch the first full 4 out of the 5 episodes fully. I got to watch part of the 5th episode, which covers both nights of WrestleMania, focusing on some.
Hi, Chris. Welcome.
Hello. No. Yeah, they spend they focus a lot on Rumble, Elimination Chamber, and Mania in these 5 episodes. But also going back over, they talk a lot with the wrestlers. You go into the writing room, you see Triple H meeting with all the writing team and some of the producers as well, sitting on these meetings. Sometimes Bobby Roode and Road Dogg are there to give input and ideas about planning out storylines and stuff. And this one feels like there's probably some stuff that they made sure to, because like from what I heard, that's like there's like at least one thing that they made happen that wasn't spontaneous. But other than that, there was a lot of this that was just they're just showing what's going on. And it's definitely bothers me because they're really pulling back the curtain, because like they show Triple H in the writers' room planning out stuff, making decisions. You get to see ideas that were floated that could have happened that didn't. Like originally, almost everybody, including Triple H, wanted Punk to win the Royal Rumble, but it was the head writer Michael Hayes who suggested that they have Jey Uso win it instead. And they ended up winning everybody else over with the reasons why. And also they went in very in depth on the decision of the Cena heel turn, and how they kept who knew a very tight circle to make sure it did not leak to the dirt sheets.
Gotcha.
And they talk, the wrestlers are interviewed talking about certain storylines and stuff they're overcoming. it's fun. It's cool how they introduce themselves by their wrestling name, but then they reveal like what their real name is. It's like that they were born with. It's like versus their wrestling name.
Mm-hmm.
It's like some of them give like several different like names. It's like Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green, that's her real name. She wrestles under her real name.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the few who does.
Yeah.
They spend a lot of time with Cody, Rhea. Chelsea Green gets a big focus in the episode, the third episode, which focuses on the women's side of things from the Rumble to Elimination Chamber. And the next episode is about the Cena heel turn along with the men's chamber match, setting up Cody Cena at WrestleMania. So it's like they kind of they spend time focusing on like the women for a bit, and then they switch over to the men's side. It's like afterwards. So kind of like space things out a bit. And of course, Charlotte. They showed footage of Charlotte's surgery. Her father Ric Flair was there. It's like they filmed her getting the surgery when she tore all her stuff in her knee.
Right.
And she was also very emotional after the Rumble, just because she was worried that she wasn't going to come back. And people like to knock Charlotte a lot, and I get that. It's more about how she's been booked and pushed versus who she is as a person. Like, this shows that she loves this, and what she wants most is to be out there and entertain the fans. Mm-hmm. Like, that's like a real focus. Like Chelsea Green, she goes, look, people like to win and be pushed. Yeah. She goes, but I don't mind if I'm the one eating the pins. And it's like, they talk about like, they joke like, you're looking up at the lights, AKA, you're taking your job a lot.
And that's what I saw of the clips. It was like, I saw like one clip of Chelsea's just like, I'm just there to entertain.
Yeah. I'm there to entertain. It doesn't matter if I'm winning or losing, as long as I'm on the show and I'm being booked and I'm not, sitting back and catering. That's all I care about.
Right.
Like,
and
Chelsea doesn't care about wins or losses. She cares about being on TV and being out there entertaining the fans.
Because that's every ounce ever since she's come back and gotten like the Karen.
She talked about getting hurt multiple times and getting fired,
right.
And that she called Triple H up and was like, I want to come back. And he's like, yes, I want you back.
Right. Hey, Giff. Welcome.
Hey, Giff. Like, she had the balls to do that. It's like that takes a lot. It's like he took the own initiative. Like Triple H and them, it wasn't like them reaching out to her. She reached out to Triple H, and was like, I want to come back.
Right. I mean, that makes sense. Look who she's married to. Talking about taking initiative.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt goes out there and says, I'm the indie god, but then he would love for WWE to give him a call to come back. So
now,
it's like,
one thing I noticed, and it was very deliberate, when they are talking with both Rhea and Chelsea, they do not mention who they're married to at all because they don't work for WWE.
Right. Yeah.
So like they don't even mention that they're married at all. Like they talk about Bianca and Montez because they focus on Bianca a bit too. And they talk about, how they got together and everything. Like it's really cool. You see, like, Montez was in Gorilla with the producers during the women's chamber match watching, because he's like, that's how he's always there supporting her. Right. That's the kind of relationships they have. It's like, it's really cool seeing that.
Yeah. One of the things of the clips that I've seen, one of the ones, and we brought this up before the show, before we went live, is them before the Elimination Chamber, and all the Elimination Chamber participants are basically sitting in a semicircle, and
all six guys that were in the men's chamber match, they're talking with the producers, laying out what they want to do for the match.
And P. Hayes was like, "All right, boys, so we're going to do this. We're going to go boom, and we're going to go here." And then they were trying to figure out the finish. And like Seth kind of said something, and then Cena was like, well, what do we do this? And then Punk was like, okay. So then I go and I kind of kick you off, and then Seth, you come in, stomp, and then Cena drags me back in, and then Seth is just staring at me, just smiling. I'm staring back at him before I pass out. And Cena was just like, fuck yeah. Just like,
it's like right away Seth and Cena are like they love it and they're like on board. And so that the really awesome finish to the men's elimination match, that was Punk's idea.
Yeah.
So it shows that the wrestlers really have an input at times with how, especially how the match is laid out. It's like.
And then like going back, speaking about laying out, like if you listen to the Cody and Kevin Owens, like just conversation between friends, but it was Cody's podcast. And they were talking about how KO and Sammy would always be like calling out crap right before their music hits. And so that's always how, like you call in the ring and stuff like that. But like, you got to make sure that finish with that many people is got to be you can't just be calling shit on the fly in a sense for that. And I'm glad Giff brought this up because I saw that clip and that was kind of people were getting on Bruce Pritchard about him getting mad at Abyss for going over, and Abyss felt like he just disobeyed, like he felt context, so bad.
In the first episode, it focuses on Raw's debut on Netflix, and that night the main event was Punk versus Seth, and Abyss, Chris Park, was the head producer of that match. And Bruce Pritchard is showing that that everyone thinks that because they're on Netflix, they don't have to worry about how long the show is. And he's like, no, you're wrong. And apparently, as they show, the main event was starting to overrun. It was going longer than they wanted it to. Right. And Bruce was starting to get annoyed and was like, they got to go home. It's like, it's like they're like over a minute over. And like he's like, okay, so and he's quickly like, okay, we're gonna cut this. Okay, the anti-vice spot that's out, we gotta cut that out. Okay, that's like, and then finally he's like, Bruce like literally comes over to him and like was like right over his shoulder. He's like, they're going home, Bruce. They're going home. Like,
yeah, and
it was only 2 minutes over, and it's like,
right.
It's like,
but that's the thing, and people are thinking like, oh, Bruce Pritchard is just trying to pull his weight around. Like, no, there's like I've seen both ways. Like I see both sides of it. Because it's not like people are like, oh, he sunned Abyss or whatever. I was like, I don't think he did. I think he was just basically saying there's a standard that we have here. And Abyss produces the crap out of matches anyway. He's done great with his job. But then it was like the good cop, bad cop there at the end because he was like, Bruce was like, I get, but you got to understand, like we have to stay on time. I know Netflix, but you have to stay on time. And then Regal was like, it was bloody brilliant. Like he just like pulls him aside.
Yes, like Bruce, but then Bruce and Triple H are both like the match was awesome.
Yeah,
like,
the match was awesome
because he was all like, he was like, I'm so sorry, went over. He's like, but they're like, it's okay. The match was awesome. Let's forget about it. Like,
yeah, it was that like the dog kind of like the thing when you're training a dog, you're just like, don't do that, but you're awesome, type of thing. But yeah, that was the thing. Punk, a future producer. I mean, Punk could do whatever he wants. When
Punk decides to hang it up, he's going to be
a trainer.
In Gorilla.
Yeah, in Gorilla.
Either that, or he's going to be down in NXT helping HBK prepare prepare.
Yeah. And you can kind of tell Punk is so like he knows that he doesn't have many years left in the ring, and he's, as you saw, like he can produce the crap out of stuff. He's got that Paul Heyman mind of how to do things. How much Heyman behind the scenes stuff did they focus on?
Not too much. Like they mentioned, he'll have ideas and stuff, but they don't show Heyman contributing anything specific. They focus more on Triple H, the writing team, and then like they show like during like the big shows what's going on in Gorilla. So like you see what Triple H and Bruce are thinking and saying while certain matches going on, and then they also show the two producers of the match that's going on at the time are also on headsets, making sure everything is going as according to what's supposed to happen. They're talking to the referee. It's like oh, check on them. Are they okay? Okay, they're okay. But like it looks like someone may be hurt. They immediately like tell the ref to let them know if they're okay. And also the ref, like it's time for them to go home.
Right.
It's like
the one clip that I saw too about like all of them sitting there talking about when did you shit yourself in the ring?
That's
hey Charlotte.
Yeah. It's because it's like I think it's before Mania.
This Mania, there was the Mania apron.
Yeah,
there was
because
Mania.
a bunch of them are just hanging out. At
Kofi, Ivar, Punk, and someone else, and then Charlotte's in the ring.
They're all like
right.
stories about how like they took a dump during a match. You know, it's like, and then Punk jokingly, Charlotte, who's in the ring, talking with I think Tyson Kidd probably about her activities match. He goes, Charlotte, what about you? Have you ever mentioned? She starts laughing. She's like, no. If I did, I wouldn't tell you. She goes, but I did pee once. And he's like, there we go.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. But the thing is, Punk always brings up about him crapping himself in interviews. I don't know what the infatuation is with Punk and crapping himself, but whatever. But yeah, it seems like it doesn't feel like, from the clips I saw, it doesn't feel scripted. It definitely feels like business as usual.
There's not much scripting. As you see like the it's like they're it felt like there wasn't really a lot of scriptness this time. It's like they really just showed what was going on. I mean, they maybe control the narrative a little bit when they do like the talking head interview segments when they're Triple H, other people are talking about like certain stuff. But yeah, like they talk about, it's like in the beginning, like Triple H, Nick Khan, Travis Scott, Rock, Cena, and Cody were the only ones who knew about the heel turn. And they decided to keep it that way to make sure it didn't leak out. So like Bruce Pritchard and other people, they may have had the inkling, but they weren't sure. They knew something was going on because they were saying like they were being very vague about the end of Chamber. So everyone's like, all right, something's about to happen. We don't know what. And it's like, but like, and they show like Triple H, like literally walking the TV people in the TV truck through what to do because they don't know because he didn't tell them what was going to happen to make sure it didn't leak. And he's literally saying like, okay, just follow my lead. I'm going to tell you, like he literally step by step, every camera shot, that was Triple H telling them what to do. Like, okay, focus. Okay, pan out, do this. It's absolutely fascinating to watch this stuff. And just seeing like, the wrestlers being really supportive of each other backstage, it's like, and just like, planning stuff out, like, and Rhea's talked about this in interviews. You see Rhea getting like all like nervous, like
she's done that. Like she had an anxiety attack when she went before she panic attack.
Like people like, like friends like Damian Priest and Triple H himself sometimes would be like, it's like, no, you got this. It's like, it's like, Punk getting all emotional before the main event of night one of WrestleMania because he's finally getting to live out his dream of main eventing WrestleMania, and he's all emotional. And Triple H is like, it's like, you're fucking CM Punk. You always been main event. Go out there and you're gonna go out there and fucking kill it.
That's the one thing. Triple H, of course, we never knew about Vince when he was, but Triple H was always, even before he was when he got the COO role, when Vince was still running the ship. But he would always talk about like hyping certain. You would always hear about Triple H hyping so and so up. Like he was always that coach. A lot
where Triple H more than once he hypes some people up, and if they feels like he did a really good job, he will tell them afterwards like you that was fucking awesome. You fucking killed it. Like
because I remember I forget which show which big match it was, but Undertaker was like getting nervous for some reason, like towards the end of his career, and he was just like Triple H walked up to me, he goes, remember who the fuck you are, and he just walked away. He goes, that's all I needed, that was it. So it was good stuff there. But all in all, as far as, because like I said, I haven't watched everything. I've seen a lot of clips online. But would you say the pro outweighs the con on how they presented this? Because we had our worries.
I would say so from what I've seen. I get why some people would bother because they really like pull like a lot of stuff back. They show some stuff that people really haven't seen. But there's a lot of stuff that if you've been in the know, like Josh and I have about like via the internet and the dirt sheets about what goes on behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. Some of the stuff you'd be like, okay, yeah. But they really show like what's going on backstage, like seeing what's going on in the Gorilla. There's a lot they have to put in. It's like there is so much going on. There's so much coordination. It's like it really shows how complex the production of professional wrestling is, especially for WWE. It's like.
So what would you say? Do you remember the Netflix series of how it's made, or how did this get made? Like they go like, how did Jurassic Park get made? And every episode is just like how does any movie get made? Because just all the craziness and all the twists and turns that could happen on the production of the movie set. The way you're describing it, it sounds like, how does any wrestling match go off and go as smooth as it does?
And they showed like the difficulties, like they focused like on the complete shit show that was the Tiffany Stratton Charlotte Flair promo face off, which led to Tiffany going off script and bringing up all of her Charlotte's failed marriages, and then ending with her firing back with "Why is Kaiser in my DMs?" and everyone backstage going, "Oh shit! Oh god!" It's like,
Yeah,
like that, like they're like, that was not good.
yeah, it's not good. So not good. A couple other nuggets. One, today marks season 2 dropping of Twisted Metal, and the reason I'm bringing that up is because Samoa Joe plays Sweet Tooth. If you haven't watched it, like I've said on the show, if you played the video games back in the PS1, PS2 era, I always enjoyed them. Plus, I think the show, the season 1 at least, was a very shockingly awesome and entertaining season. And so season 2 drops today on Peacock. So if you're any wrestling fans out there, which we know you are, that's why you're tuning in to watch us. This isn't the breakdown of Gilmore Girls, although that show's actually pretty good. But I'm pretty sure you all have a subscription to Peacock if you are a wrestling fan. So jump on in, watch Twisted Metal season 2. Tell me what you think, because I think season 2 as well. We're not sponsored by them, but it'd be great if you did. But the other thing, little nugget, and which is kind of, it makes sense now that WWE has acquired AAA. Rumor is that they are trying to make Dominik Mysterio kind of the face of AAA. Kind of that way they can kind of get more eyeballs. So it's kind of the same thing with the partnership with NXT and TNA, except TNA is not owned by WWE. But a lot of times the TNA stars will come on WWE or NXT, and then people vice versa bring eyeballs, and we can see that working because of the gate that they had at Slammiversary and AJ Styles showing back up again and all of that. Well, AAA is owned now by WWE. And they had a spot where Dominik Mysterio appears in a mask and everything and hits.
They set up an angle because the big title match for AAA's like WrestleMania is the AAA Mega Championship. Vikingo is defending against Dominic
Dragon Lee,
Grande Americano version of Ludwig Kaiser, and
Dragon Lee. I thought,
Dragon Lee.
Yeah.
So it's like a fatal 4-way. Now, per WrestleVotes, they're strongly considering having Dominic win the title. As like try to get more eyes on AAA.
Yeah. And if anyone watched the clip, he got a massive pop.
He got a massive reaction. So that's why I think they're seriously considering it. Yeah. Like, he was really over down there.
Yeah.
Basically, so was the Kaiser version of El Grande Americano.
Right. And to me right now, I think that works because Dominic's kind of cooled a little bit, even though I'm excited for, I think his build with we'll get into it.
I think the fans are ready for him to go back to being a babyface after all this time.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so. I mean, obviously they all in WrestleMania
for that with what's going on with the Judgment Day storyline, because like when Liv comes back, she's going to be going back full babyface against heel Roxanne. After everything that's been what's going on there. So the other thing, WrestleVotes said that the good news is that Bianca Belair is finally about to be cleared to wrestle again. Mm-hmm. She's been out since Mania with a broken finger. It took a long time to heal, and it healed, but she was having trouble bending it completely.
Yeah, on Chris Van Fleet, you could tell like her finger was like stuck.
Like she showed, she was interviewed by Van Fleet this week, and she showed him that like she can't like bend it like completely. Yeah. But apparently, it's getting better. It's getting better to the point that she's about to be cleared. So we could be seeing her at SummerSlam potentially. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Anything else before we get into SmackDown?
Excuse me. Not that I can think of. I mean.
Anything TNA real quick, because I know we're going to do SummerSlam at the end of the show.
I haven't been keeping an eye on TNA. I was actually keeping an eye on Collision tonight. Let me take a look at seeing what's going on with Impact tonight. Oh, okay. Ash by Elegance is going to take on JC Jane next week for the Knockouts World Championship. The winner will then face Masha later. So,
Okay.
let's see.
If the Radicals weren't involved, then I don't care about TNA anymore. I mean the Rascals. Sorry, not the Radicals. Jesus Christ. Come on.
Yeah, because she was like, Masha was having a rematch with JC tonight, and Ash by Elegance interfered and screwed her out of winning the title back. So
Okay.
They're also doing an emergent special next Friday, Friday the 15th. Leon Slater versus Cedric Alexander for the TNA X Division Championship. Banger alert!
Yeah. That's gonna be good. Okay. Any other newsworthy stuff before we move on?
No, it looks like they're making it clear that it's like Santana is like, I'm not going to stop until I get the hands on the TNA Championship and get it back in TNA away from Trick Williams.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah. So a lot of stuff going on.
Yep. All right. Well, on SmackDown, the show opened with Triple H, many legends, the entire SmackDown roster out on the stage to pay tribute to Hulk Hogan, who had died the day before. Triple H said some nice words, and they did a 10-bell salute, and the fans cheered afterwards. Then they aired a video package tribute to Hogan and his wrestling career, narrated by Triple H. Fans chanted, "Thank you, Hogan," afterwards to cheers. People did kind of jokingly on because I thought that video was really cool. Tribute to him. And then also some people did kind of point out that they didn't show Hogan winning the title when he came back. That's because it was Triple H that he pinned. So that was just kind of a wink nudge. The fact that Triple H still doesn't want to put anyone over, which is kind of funny with the fact that it was Hogan who also didn't want to put anyone over. So anyway, that's no here nor there. And then after that, Logan Paul came out to the ring. He was hosting his impulsive talk show in the ring. Paul said it was good to be home in Cleveland, so the fans booed. Paul said that they were chanting, "Thank you, Logan," and that drew more boos. He's good at getting cheap heat. Say what you want about him. He trashed Jelly Roll, made fat jokes. Jelly Roll came out to respond. Jelly said that the only thing Logan inspired is little asshole kids to be little assholes like him, which that line popped me. I'm not going to lie about all you're going to do is influence little asshole influencers to be assholes. And then Jelly said that at SummerSlam, he's going to put him in a body bag and ship him back to Westlake, Reeb. They exchanged more trash talk until Drew McIntyre came out to back up Paul. Jelly told them they made a mistake if they think he came here alone. Jelly sang the start of Orton's theme song, and Randy Orton then came out to a big pop. He wasted no time in attacking Drew, and it was a big brawl between both teams. Randy and Drew fought to the outside as Logan fought Jelly in the ring. Jelly got the advantage and hit a boss man slam on Logan. The heels retreated as Randy and Jelly stood tall in the ring. A video package aired of Andrade and Rey Fenix talking about coming together as a tag team. Fenix says it's only a matter of time until gold is around their waist. Andrade says that they are standard. They are the standard. And Fenix said they are money. So are they trying to go with the standard? Because the way they came across.
Yeah.
Is like their tag name. Okay. Whatever. Andrade, Rey Fenix. Oh, darn. I'm so pissed that they put them as a tag team. And then Roxanne defeated Alexa Bliss. Woo. When Raquel and Charlotte fought on the outside, Alexa decided not to hit Roxanne with Twisted Bliss, but hit Raquel on outside instead, getting a bloody nose in the process. She went back in the ring, but Roxanne rolled her up from behind and used the ropes as leverage to pin her and win. Jade Cargill was interviewed by Kathy Kelly backstage. Jay said she'd show everybody why she's a natural-born champion. Chelsea Green walked in for an interview saying she should have been wrestling Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam, not crown-stealing Jade. Jade walked up behind Green, who kept on trashing Jade, and Jade punched her in the jaw. Jade picked her up on her shoulders, and a referee followed as she carried her out to the ring to have a match, where Jade proceeded to defeat Chelsea Green with Jaded. After the match, the heels attacked Jade, and it was a 3-on-1 beatdown until Tiffany Stratton made the save, and her and Jade fought off the heels. Jade picked up the WWE Women's title and posed with it. Tiffany didn't like that and took it back. Backstage, we see Charlotte checking in on Alexa and her bloody nose. Charlotte said that she's sorry about her nose and that this can't happen at SummerSlam. Alexa thanked her for checking in on her. Flair said that they are partners. Alexa thought she was going to say friends. Flair said that after they become tag team champions at SummerSlam, she'll think about them becoming friends. I just love the storyline. They're doing really well with it. Cody Rhodes came out to cut a promo about facing John Cena at SummerSlam in a street fight for the WWE title. He summed it up saying he wants to face and beat the real John Cena at the show, so that he will know it was real. Jacob Fatu was cutting a promo on Solo backstage and was interrupted by The Miz, who said he wanted payback for him hurting him weeks ago and slapped him. That led to a match. They were in Cleveland, so Miz got a decent pop on that because that is his hometown. We got a video of dueling promos from Damian Priest and Aleister Black hyping their match on next week's show. Jacob Fatu defeated The Miz with a pop-up Samoan drop. Solo and the MFTs attacked him after the match and started a beatdown. Jimmy Uso tried to make the save to help his cousin, but the numbers game was too much, especially with Tala Tonga, still a stupid name, and both got laid out with Solo giving Jacob a Samoan spike. The fans chanted F you Solo as the heel stood tall. The Street Profits were backstage with BFAB for an interview with Kathy Kelly. They said they don't care who wins the tag match. They will be getting the belts back soon. DIY and Candice LeRae interrupted. They argued that the Profits and Candice said that they have a plan and told the Profits and BFAB to stay out of their way. Backstage, Zelina Vega confronted the women's U.S. champion Julia, who was joined by Kiana James. Kiana introduced herself to Zelina and said she is now Julia's official representative. Zelina called her clipboard Karen and told Julia she wanted a rematch for the U.S. title. Kiana said she expected this and already set up the match with Nick Aldis for next week. She said when Julia beats her again next week, Zelina will be a footnote in her portfolio. And in the main event, all hell broke loose during the Andrade and Rey Fenix defeated the Wyatt Six by DQ to retain the the WWE Tag Team Champions. It's not my best day, dude. When Nikki Cross pulled out the ref to prevent a count when Andrade had hit Gacy with the message, this led to a big brawl with the Profits, Fraxi, Motor City Machine Guns, and DIY all getting involved as officials and security desperately tried to break it up. Nick Aldis got on a mic and said he has had enough. If they wanted to fight, then he will give it to them, and said all 6 teams will compete in a TLC match for the WWE Tag titles at SummerSlam. They went back to fighting to close out the show. All right. This is the match we should have had at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
They should have just booked into this. Give us that at WrestleMania. Give us that tables match at WrestleMania, or the ladder match at WrestleMania. That was the hour-long match, and then give us a TLC.
Yeah.
It's not like they've never done it before with the Edge and Christian, the Dudleys and the Hardys.
Yeah, like the Street Profits, DIY, and the Machine Guns were like, okay, we didn't get to have a Mania match. Oh, watch this. And that 3-way ladder match they had on the SmackDown after Mania was fucking awesome. Match of the year candidate. And so, this has been brewing for months, the Wyatt's coming in, everybody's fighting over the titles. So it's about damn time that we got this TLC match. It's like we wanted this for a while. I'm happy that all 6 teams are going to be on the show.
Mm-hmm. And
it's very appropriate because this year is the 25th anniversary of the debut of the TLC match at SummerSlam 2000.
Oh my God, it's been that long?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This will be the 25th. Isn't that this is why they're doing it. It's perfect. It's the 25th anniversary of the birth of TLC. And you got 6 of the best tag teams on the planet doing a TLC match. And it's even more ironic because the Dudley Boys and Hardy Boys are going to have one more match over in TNA.
And Edge and Christian are teaming back up again.
Edge and Christian are coming back together in AEW slowly.
What year is it? 25 years later, we're still doing this shit? I'm not mad about it because it's the 3 best tag teams.
6 teams in a TLC match. It's going to be nuts. Yeah. Because you also got to factor in like BFAB, Candice LeRae, and Nikki Cross as well, and other members of the Wyatt Six are definitely going to get involved in this match. It's going to be pure chaos,
and I'm here for it. There was so Jelly Roll on the mic,
not bad.
Let's talk about that. I shouldn't have been surprised at how good he was and how natural he was on the mic. Yeah, because you got to remember before he was a country star, he was a rapper. And you've seen him a bunch of times being able to freestyle, which freestyle rap, which is very tough to do, being able to come up with stuff like right on spot. So I was just like, well, duh, of course, if he's able to come up with zingers and stuff like that, as far as freestyle rapping, of course he can translate that over to being good on the mic. Now, granted, some of the stuff you can definitely tell was very scripted in what he was saying, but it seemed natural. And all you have to do is sell the match. And he did that. Now, The only thing I will say this about Jelly is they are going to protect the crap out of him because his movement in the ring, as far as going from rope to rope, was non-existent on that. So, and Logan, I can't believe I'm saying that like typically Logan, but no, Logan is made Jelly look very, very good.
Yes. And as we've talked about, Jelly has been down in Orlando.
Yeah.
He's like he's taken up a temporary residence in Orlando to trade at the PC for this match. He's going all in like Bad Bunny and Logan Paul have in the past. You know, like because like he said, it's like he was a big WWE wrestling fan when he was growing up, and he actually dreamed about being a wrestler. But he ended up, it's like hey, I got music talent. That's what he chose to do. But now he's going to give out kind of like living out his like childhood dream of having a big match at a big WWE show. So and the shape he's gotten him in, is like he's lost like so much weight. Right. And then he looked great. Him doing the Boss Man Slam, Black Hole Slam looked great.
Right. Like I said, him running the ropes, I don't see that happening because his move is like running.
And plus, he's got 3 great people to be in the ring with.
Yeah.
Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, and Logan Paul.
I can't believe we're saying this. There's 3 great. That's including Logan Paul.
Yeah.
But I will say this. The standard of celebrities, and if you're going to do this, you better commit to it, has risen since the Bad Bunny and Logan Pauls of the world.
Yeah. Especially Bad Bunny's street fight at Backlash 2 years ago in Puerto Rico against Damian Priest.
If you watched our show, go back and watch when we both said Damian is officially a made man after that match because yes, it's Bad Bunny and Bad Bunny was they had to go through
Money in the Bank and then he took he had a hell of a year last year.
Yeah, but Bad Bunny. When he came, people were like, "Oh yeah," because we're used to those celebrities coming in, maybe doing like a jump off the top rope, and everyone just has a good time with it. Like no, but you can tell Bunny put in the work. Logan's definitely put in the work. He's basically a WWE superstar.
Now, I forgot to mention there was a bit of a scare that this match might not happen because McIntyre got stranded temporarily in the UK attending a friend's wedding. There was a passport issue. He went there using his UK passport instead of his US passport, and he was denied being to fly back to the States. And so everyone started panicking, but it got worked out. And he posted a video today jokingly saying that Logan Paul, his new buddy, pulled some strings. He used his private jet to get him out of England. And so it's like that they're going to destroy Randy Orton and Jelly Roll at SummerSlam.
And that whole thing, which stinks about him getting stuck over there, and thankfully he got back, so we're getting Drew at SummerSlam. But this is kind of a blessing and surprise for one of our guys that we were hoping to see more of, Carmelo, because people like threw out there about, hey, Carmelo could be his replacement, and he was trending like Book Mello or something was trending.
Yeah, people have really been very vocal about like they feel like that Mello deserves better and that he deserves a real push. Like the hashtag We Want Mello was trending earlier this week, and Mello himself tweeted out like, "Thanks for the fans' support." So because he deserves better.
Yeah, and if you don't think that the audience has a say like we used to back in the day, that it didn't feel like anything we said because we had to will Daniel.
So we want Cody last year,
right? We want Cody. They switched. Fast forward. Jey Uso win the Royal Rumble. It's all because of the fans backing Jey Uso and him getting so fast. Yeah, that they just couldn't deny it. Karrion Kross now.
Yeah.
He was dead in the water. That one promo he hit, and then every little other
now
thing.
Now he's finally getting PLE matches.
Right. And so
we're still worried. There's still no word that he has re-signed.
No, it hasn't. But
apparently
it's not for lack of booking.
That apparently him and Scarlett's contracts are coming up real soon.
Yeah.
But this whole storyline with Sammy has been great. We'll get to more of that in a bit, and then we get to Raw.
Yep. Roxanne, Alexa was fun.
Yep.
I thought the only thing I would say is I thought Alexa took too long lining up the splash on Raquel.
Yeah, she did. That was way too long. It's like Raquel really had to wait.
Yeah.
because I think she was like a little bit unsteady at the top rope. And
yeah, that's why it is what it is. But that was the only thing I would say. And then the fact that Roxanne and just the way that shot was, like Roxanne, I knew she was going to grab the ropes, like it was just perfect. I knew exactly what
she really had to reach.
But she had to reach, and the referee is sitting there just staring at her, like holding on to the rope. And I'm like, sure. He just didn't see it because Alexa's 5'2" butt is in her face. I don't blocking his angle. I didn't, whatever.
The Alexa Charlotte storyline is really working.
Yes, it is. When did Tiffany get mad at Chelsea Green? When did that happen for her to come in and make the save?
I don't know. It's just Tiffany just babyface being babyface.
Yeah. Ever since they did the right call and swerve of having Naomi win the championship, I think they pivoted because of this. Has to have been a pivot because of Liv getting hurt. So therefore, they was like, all right, then Naomi's gonna.
We need a big heel. We need a big heel on Raw. It's like there's a big void.
Yeah, there's a big void. So they pivoted to that, and you can just tell that this Tiffany Jade, Naomi was supposed to cash in at this match.
Yeah,
you can tell the way it's booked because they're trying to salvage it, but it's just underwhelming.
That's why I'm hoping we get a Bianca heel turn or returning heel turn.
Because of the 12 matchups,
I don't want Jade to win the title.
Right. Of the 12 matchups,
it's nothing against her as a person or as a wrestler. I think it would be the wrong move because I think the fans would turn on her super fast.
Yeah.
If she wins the title. It's like, I'm telling you right now.
I did enjoy her just like hitting Chelsea, putting her on her shoulder and being like, give me a ref. Let's go to the ring. That was funny.
That's all Chelsea. That's Chelsea.
Yeah, that's all. That's got to be all
what she does to do.
I
like this idea of, number one, welcome back, Kiana James. Glad she's finally back from injury. I like this idea of her being basically Julia's mouthpiece, her official representative. It's like her character is all very businesslike, so that kind of fits. So she can be like the mouthpiece. Even though Julia's English has gotten really good, it's like she can do a lot of talking, and then if Julia really wants to say something, then it makes it more like impactful. So I think that's going to work. She's going to take care of Zelina next week and hopefully move on. They need to find someone who can have a really good feud with Julia after she beats Zelina tomorrow. Because Zelina's not winning the title back. No. Especially now that she's got Kiana in her corner. It's like that's just going to cause all kinds of shenanigans too.
One thing I did notice when they were doing the Chelsea Jade stuff, every time it's just like, if you don't look behind the wrestlers and what's going on backstage, you'll miss it. And you saw the Miz talking to MFT before he went to Jacob. And
it's like, you really got to pay attention. Like last week we talked about it. If you looked really closely, you could see Julia chatting with Kiana James. So it's like they really want you to pay attention to everything that's happening on the screen, because like there's some of that background stuff that comes up. Like we saw like Roxanne and Finn talking backstage on Raw for weeks before Finn introduced her to join Judgment Day to kick off that storyline. So it's like, so when you see certain wrestlers interacting in the back, it's not just they're just doing that just to have something. Sometimes that means stuff. So it means that's foreshadowing.
I just need Tonga Loa back at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Just need Tonga Loa back. Because that whole Jacob Fatu stuff. It's Jacob Fatu.
Jacob Fatu is getting more over. He's doing good. Man, it's like Cody's got to carry so much because Cena can't be there every week.
Yeah. Speaking about Jacob, they were at Comic-Con. So it was like we talked about last week, but it was Julia, Jay, Jacob, CM Punk.
Yeah,
and I forget there might have been someone else, but anyway, they were there, and there was a soundbite that came from that panel of CM Punk making a joke of being like, the Rumble next year, there's going to be the Women's Rumble, the Men's Rumble, and then the Rumble with just the Samoans, and then it just popped everyone. He's like, "There's a lot of you," and Jacob's like, "Yeah, there's a lot of us."
Yeah.
And then there was also one interaction of Jacob comes in, and is like, "I love you, CM Punk," and he goes, "I love you too, Jacob." He's like, "Oh, stop."
That reminds me, there is a scene in Unreal where backstage, Punk and Jacob Fatu are sitting together, and Punk does this and goes, "I love you, Jacob," and then Jacob looks over, smiles, and goes, "I love you too, Punk."
Yeah.
Can I get a picture afterwards? And
Oh,
he's
that's
like,
the interaction I saw. Yeah, that one. He was like, "I love you too, Punk. Can I be a
He's-
picture afterwards?" And he was like, "Yeah."
So Jacob Fatu is a big CM Punk fan.
Yeah.
It was. I love that. It was so adorable. It's like, I love you, Jacob. I love you, CM Punk.
Yeah. So, but that's good stuff there. But yeah, overall, the SmackDown did its job.
Yep.
We got the TLC match.
Yep. TLC match. Big thumbs up.
Yep. Cody Rhodes coming out there, just being Cody Rhodes.
Yep. Fans are behind him.
Yep. There was on the dark match or house show or whatever. It was Cody. I don't know if it wasn't. I forget who else it was, and then Jacob, and then Cody started doing the Jacob Fatu stuff. So I thought that was pretty funny there. But yeah, it's kind of crazy how you would think the Lucha Bros would be in this spot, and it's Andrade and Ray, because Penta is. I think, like I said, because of Tony holding out on Ray, we've had Penta become a bigger superstar than they were expecting, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because he's
another one, unfortunately, that's not going to be on the SummerSlam either.
No.
Like it is like, it's nice to see so many people, with the 2-night SummerSlam. It does open things, but also, fortunately, some people are still not going to have it. It's like Julian Zelina is not happening on SummerSlam. It's happening on SmackDown. David Priest Black, SmackDown. Stephanie McCurry doesn't have a match on SummerSlam this year. Neither does Penta or LA Knight.
Right.
That was probably a side effect of what happened to Seth, I would assume.
Yeah.
So,
that Seth thing is still so weird.
We're talking about when we go over the SummerSlam card, because it's like they're being super secretive about his injury status. There is not since it happened. They've nothing has leaked out about how bad the injury is and how long he's going to be out.
Yeah.
So it's very sus.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to Raw. Let's see how my reading skills are on this one. The show opened with the Raw roster, Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan's son, Nick, and his wife out on the stage to pay tribute to Hulk Hogan passing away. They replayed Triple H's words from SmackDown, and they did a 10-bell salute, and the fans cheered afterwards. They then aired a video package tribute to Hogan, but it was different than the one used on Friday. Jey Uso then made his way out to the ring through the crowd to cut a promo. Before he could speak, Paul Heyman came out to interrupt. Heyman said he can't believe that Jey would agree to team with Roman Reigns at SummerSlam against Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Heyman told Jey that family is always going to let you down. His father Rikishi lied to him so he wouldn't be more iconic than him. He reminded Jey that Roman chose Solo, not Jey, to succeed him as tribal chief. They have all lied to him. Jey said that family is why he's here. Jey said that he's going to support his family every time, and that bloodline still runs deep in his veins. Jey said that Heyman is disrespecting him, talking about what Jey can do with Roman. Do without Roman. Jey said he won the World Heavyweight Championship to prove it to himself. Heyman screwed Roman at Mania and told him whatever happens tonight and at SummerSlam is on him. AJ Styles and Kabuki Warriors defeated the Judgment Day with Dominik, Raquel, and Roxanne in a 6-person tag match when AJ pinned Dominik with the phenomenal forearm. And shout out to that Kyrie Sane AJ spot, because that was cool. Sheamus was interviewed by Jackie Redmond earlier talking about beating Rusev last week. Grayson Waller, the New Day, interrupted. Waller bragged about how he dumped Austin Theory and that the New Day has his back now. He asked him if he wanted to fight. It's music to his ears, banger after banger, and he left. When Grayson turned around, New Day had vanished.
So much for his new buddies, huh?
Right. Sheamus defeated Grayson Waller with the bro kick. Rusev came out and attacked Sheamus after the match with the shillelagh. He put Sheamus in the accolade as officials tried to get him to stop. Rusev then left standing tall as they checked on Sheamus. Best of 7. That's basically what that's going to be, which is fine with me. I think the crowd needs to get behind that feud a little bit more, though, personally. Women's world champion Naomi was interviewed by Jackie Redmond saying she will beat Rhea and Io at SummerSlam. Naomi did a crazy laugh saying she didn't care who you threw at her. Naomi said she'll take care of everybody, take everybody out. Everyone better proceed with caution. Proceed with caution.
She got the super villain laugh down, I tell you.
Yeah, she really does. Bronson Reed was backstage with Paul Heyman, who told him that Jay's family thinks that this is now a group without a leader since Seth is injured. Braun Breaker walked in saying he's a leader, and they've got this. Braun said that they're going to restore total power in all of WWE, and it starts with Reed tonight. Reed said he's going to leave Jay Uso and any member of his family out and tsunami'd. Heyman smiled and said that works, and then Braun said he has a plan to Heyman. Lyra Valkyria came out to cut a promo on Becky Lynch ahead of their women's IC title match at SummerSlam. Lyra spoke about how Becky doesn't know what Lyra is capable of, but Lyra will go to a place she's never gone before in order to win the title back. Becky's music plays, and she tries to sneak attack Lyra with a kendo stick, but Lyra saw her coming and takes the kendo and uses it to beat Becky, who ran away. Becky later showed a picture of her back, and it is bruised. Sami Zayn
really hurt boys and girls.
Yeah. Seth was on when he was filling in for Rich Eisen, and he was saying of all the things, the kendo stick is the one that hurts the most. Sami Zayn was interviewed by Corey Graves earlier in the day. Zayn said that he is ready to be done with Karrion Kross because it's impending him. Zayn said that at SummerSlam, he'll put an end to it. Karrion Kross and Scarlett interrupted, so Graves left. Kross said that after he beat Zayn at SummerSlam, he wants Zayn to say Kross told the truth, and then Kross will go away. Kross said Zayn isn't better than anyone else, and Kross had his steel pipe. He gave it to him as Sami wondered what Kross thinks. Sami said if Kross beats him at SummerSlam, then he'll say what Kross wants him to say, but said maybe you're wrong about yourself. He said then that when he beats Kross, he wants Kross to say that he was wrong. Zayn gave Kross his steel pipe back and left. Mind games. Bayley was interviewed by Jackie Redmond backstage. Jackie mentioned Bayley has no match at SummerSlam. Bayley said she lost her opportunities at the women's IC title and tag team titles. Bayley said she was at a loss for words and isn't sure what's next and left. She's kind of like, it's one of those like I lost my smile promos. Rhea, Io, Stephanie, and Nikki Bella defeated Naomi, Chelsea Green, and the Secret Service in an 8-woman tag team match when Stephanie hit SVB on Green for the win. Judgment Day was shown in their clubhouse. Finn Balor tried to cheer up Dominik, Raquel, and Roxanne after their loss tonight about how they have all this gold and how they have survived as a team. JD said that they're going to beat up the LWO tonight. Finn told Dom they didn't need help. Roxanne suggested that Dom play WWE 2K25 with her and gave him a Nintendo Switch 2 as a gift. Raquel mentioned that Liv loves video games too, so Dom said, let's FaceTime her. Rhea, Ripley, Nikki Bella, Io, and Stephanie were shown backstage celebrating their win. Io pulled Rhea toward her to talk in private. Rhea said she's finally going to have Io's number at SummerSlam. Hero said that Rhea has never beaten her and never will. Rio smiles and said, we'll see about that. Then the Judgment Day defeated LWO to retain the World Tag Team Championships thanks to appearance and distraction of both Kaiser as El Grande Americano and another man in a lucha mask who attacks Wild the ref is distracted. Finn did hit the coup de grace on Wild for the pin. I'm pretty sure I know who that is.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, Gunther comes out to cut a promo on CM Punk ahead of their World Heavyweight title match at SummerSlam. CM Punk came out to offer rebuttal promo and got the last word in. Main event, Jey Uso defeated Bronson Reed by DQ when Braun Breaker attacked Jey with the spear outside the ring. The Hills began a beatdown on Jey when Roman came out to make the save. However, Team Heyman turned the tide and laid both Roman and Jey out with spears and tsunamis. Braun taunted Roman that this used to be Roman's ring, but it's Braun's now. Braun said that he owns this camera and the fans in the arena who barked for him. Braun threw Reigns out of the ring. He then hit Roman and Jey at the same time with the spear, putting them both through the barricade wall by the timekeeper's table. Bronson took Roman's white sneakers off and said they are his sneakers now. Braun and Bronson stood tall with Heyman in the ring to end the show. I don't know if that was planned, but that was such a good little ploy on his character of taking Roman's shoes off. And just taking them with him.
That whole ending segment was
great. That was awesome.
I didn't realize that at the time, but as he started going along, I realized what Braun was doing. He was riffing off a very famous Roman Reigns promo from 3 years ago that he did on Brock Lesnar, where he's like, "See that cameraman? That's my cameraman. This ring, it's my ring. These announcers, everybody." It's like all like going all ego. Saying like everything in WWE revolves around him and he owns everything. So Braun was turning the tables, and I'm saying the cameraman, he works for me now. these fat ass fans, the ones who cheer for me, they belong to me now.
Yeah.
I love how you said that they were fat asses.
Yeah. No, I mean Braun's coming into his own. This is what we expected anyway.
Spear to the barricade was so fucking dope.
Yeah. He is a genetic freak. I wonder where he gets it from.
Braun Breaker is the future, boys and girls.
Yeah, Jacob Fatu and Braun Breaker. Get used to it.
Bronson Reed stealing Roman's shoes was fucking awesome too. I love it.
On their way out, someone was taunting Bronson about the shoes or whatever. He's like, "I'll take your shoes," and he like looked at the fan. He goes, "I take your shoes too, but they're too cheap."
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's the thing. That's what this needed since whatever's going on with Seth. So, and Roman's adding to it. It puts more emphasis on making Bronson, if they weren't already, is making Bronson and the Bronze look a lot bigger and stronger. You know, rather than just being Seth Rollins's lackeys. Yeah, Aaron boys. The Rhea, Io, Stephanie, and Nikki was such a good team up.
That's star power of that match. That shows you how strong it's like another reminder. It's like after Evolution, how strong the WWE's women's division is. It was a really nice match. AJ and the Kabuki Warriors against Judgment Day was also a lot of fun.
That Kairi Sane spot.
That spot where AJ helped power lift Kairi over the top rope, and she insane elbowed was it Dom or Raquel in midair?
All of them.
Yeah, that was a fantastic spot. You could tell that AJ was having fun working with Asuka and Kairi, so that was I really like that. The Roxanne and Dom stuff, it keeps going. It's like there's that spot where like AJ went to go after Dominik, and like Roxanne was like shielding him to protect him. You know, it's like.
Yeah. And then when they were back when she was getting ready to hand him the DS, she kind of like Finn kind of gave her the look of. You're like, you'll be all right here. And she gave her a look, and she goes, "Oh,
yeah." like he was like do it, and then she pulled out the Switch too. I was just like, oh, she's giving him a Switch too. Like,
yeah, because remember, Liv was the one that gave him the PS5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and all that.
It's like she's really working Dom right now. She's really working him.
This is the best of like the whole like. Especially right now, because WWE is so bad right now with advertisements and all the advertisements everywhere. Yeah. This is the best subtlety of pushing the 2K25 game with the Judgment Day in the back, because they just have it playing in the back, and they just made it like, oh yeah,
PS5. Also playing the video games backstage anyway, so it's like that worked perfectly. I was like,
just
they get to plug the Switch too for Nintendo, and it makes sense at the same time.
Yeah, and the thing is that is actually like okay, this is how we do this is how you promote stuff like subtly instead of like the fireball ladder. I'm like, oh my god, what are we doing? Or the Slim Jim table. Like, guys, we're slow down. We're good on that. I think. Was that me, or did that Bailey promo feel like that Shawn Michaels tone of "I've lost"?
They are really teasing the Bailey heel turn.
Yeah.
I just hope she doesn't interfere in the match, and that she just turns on Lyra after SummerSlam. It's like that's my only concern. But it definitely feels like they're setting Bailey up to go heel again, which makes sense because they really have a lack of good. They really have a lack of heels right now.
You know what they're gonna do, right?
I mean, why else were they having Chelsea and the Harvest show up so much on Raw lately? You know, it's like
if Bailey goes heel, what they're gonna do is they're gonna have Bailey and Becky team up, and they're going to face Charlotte and Alexa for the tag titles.
Oh, I like that. Because eventually, whether it happens at SummerSlam or maybe at Clash, depending on what they decide to do, Alexa and Charlotte are going to win the tag titles in the near future.
Yeah.
I would prefer it to be a little bit later. Let Roxanne and Raquel have the titles for a little bit longer. You know, it's like we'll talk about that when we talk about the SummerSlam preview. But they're going to win the tag titles in the near future. It's part of the storyline of them, you know, coming together and actually like becoming friends. So, and I don't have a problem with that. And it also will feed into the Judgment Day storyline. You know, it's like because then. No, it's like Roxanne and Raquel are gonna be scrambling trying to get the titles back. You know, it's like you know,
I just don't want them. I just need them to build themselves up enough to where they're formidable foes to the Charlotte Alexa, which they've technically beat Alexa and Charlotte and as a tag team, even though they never took. Neither one of them took the pin, but they've at least been in a match to where Raquel and Roxanne have won. They split as far as that match
completely, which is good.
Yeah, which is good. So they're booking it the way it's supposed to be booked.
Yeah.
Charlotte and Alexa are definitely going over because the storyline is working too well.
Yeah. Like I said, whether it's going to happen at SummerSlam or maybe they might delay it at Clash of Paris, we'll see.
Yeah.
But
I just don't like it that Bayley finally comes back, attacks Becky, and then immediately goes heel and teams up with Becky. Like
that would be really weird. Yeah,
it's just too quick.
Yeah, I think she's going to go heel, go her own way, maybe.
I don't know.
We'll see. But more Rusev and Sheamus stuff. I'm all down with that.
Yeah.
You can see how much fun Rhea, Io, Stephanie, and Nikki are having getting to work together. Just like the smiles on their faces. My favorite part was when Piper Niven did that splash on Nikki, and it cut over, and you saw Stephanie Io going, "Oh!"
Yeah. That was hilarious. Yeah. The carrying the CM Punk Gunther stuff. It's just so mad.
I was expecting great.
It's just not what we thought.
It was really good, but I felt like we've wanted a little bit more for this kind of a match. It's like, but I loved what Punk said to him. It was all good stuff. Just felt like we should have gotten more of this earlier, but
yeah. But yeah, that's the only thing. It's like
the Rhea Io interaction. That's just more set up for later.
Yeah,
it's like I like that. People kind of like they thought it was adorable, or he was like, no, come here, I want to talk to you.
I mean, Io and
I just like how he was even making a joke about how she butchered Stephanie's last name when she previously.
I just like how they're building of Rhea's they've built Rhea just goes over on everyone, and they've totally gotten to really she hasn't beaten Io, and they've made it to where she just can't beat Io, and I just like that core of it, of the fact of
so Rhea when she finally does beat Io, it's going to be a big moment.
It's going to be a huge moment when she finally beats Io, and it's just never you thought it would been the other way around with how they booked, but credit to Io being arguably the best worker on the road. As friend of the
show, Katie Carter and others have joked, Rhea and Stephanie tried to break the internet with a selfie that they took before the show. Mommy and Mamacita.
Right. I got that spot. I was able to pull it up.
Yeah, their reaction to
yeah.
Oh. yeah. It's fantastic work from all three of them. That's why I love those three. They're awesome.
Jay and Paul. It's Paul Heyman. Anytime Jay and and the thing was, it's you can go any angle that you want, and both of them can be correct because of how crazy that bloodline storyline ended up being over those 5 years.
Yeah.
So it's just Paul's right. Jay's but you know what? I did it on my own. And I'm cool with teaming up with my cousin again.
I won the world championship all by myself. It's I didn't. Roman didn't. It's Roman. Nobody else helped me. I did that all by myself.
Right.
So it's it's go pound sand, Paulie.
A little.
I have to say, I felt really bad for Lyra. I don't know if it was nerves or something, but she really fumbled the start of that promo.
Mm-hmm.
But she recovered.
She did.
She did. But it's I've seen better from her lately, so I felt really bad for her. Because when she said 2 weeks, I was like, oh geez, that's a verbal fumble.
It's all right. The good news is Lyra's really good in the ring, so it typically
and the fans like her now too. It's like they're starting to get more and more behind her. It's
shout out to Becky and Bayley. That basically is what it is. Shout out to Becky and Bayley because
they've really helped Lyra get more over with the fans.
Yeah, I mean the woos are louder.
Yep.
For entrance. Another kind of a morbid note, kind of going back to Nick Hogan being there with his wife, and Brooke Hogan.
Man, they were barely holding it together.
Yeah, and Brooke Hogan. That's even worse. Is the fact of her and her dad, her and Hulk had a falling out, and she requested not even to be in his will. Like that's apparently how bad it is.
But she did get to speak to him before she died, so they kind of like.
Okay.
She got like some resolution, but because she posted on social media that like we had our problems, but he was still my dad, and I loved him, and I'll miss him. It's like,
Nick was barely holding it together, which understandable.
But I saw footage of Bischoff on his 83-week show with Conrad talking about Hogan passed away. It's like he was really close with Hogan, and it's like he just broke down hard.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean.
I'm glad Bischoff got to be there because he wanted to be there. He was invited to be at SmackDown, but he couldn't make it there in time because from where he was in Vegas. So I'm glad that he was able to be there at the Raw tribute at least, especially with Nick and his wife being there. So,
hey man, you can't deny the Bischoff talked as much as one you want to say it. Bischoff was the one that talked Hulk Hogan into going heel.
Yep.
He wanted. They were thinking about staying, and then Bischoff was like, "What about Hogan?" And like, well, he's got creative control, and he sold him on it.
Yep.
So, because I mean, at that point, Hulkamania was staler than
it was a
7-year-old cracker.
The fans were really tired of babyface Hogan and Hulkamania, and so it was the right time. It was the right place and the right time to do it.
Mm-hmm. That's perfect. And it changed wrestling forever.
Yep. So apparently people are saying that the other mysterious masked luchador that helped Judge Day against LWO was Pete Dunne.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So where's your boy?
At least
but where's your boy though? If Pete,
I don't know where Tyler Bate is. It's like
because he's on the shelf. Speak about not. He's
not injured. It's like
oh.
I know that Pete Dunne took his time off because he recently had a new kid, but it's like, come on, man. And hopefully Ilya Dragunov should be back sometime soon too, which I think will definitely help out the mid card.
Oh, that's right. Ilya just hasn't been able to heal correctly, right? Like they were expecting him back a while, and
I heard. I don't know if there was a setback or not. I know that some other people had setback. Like Buddy Murphy had a setback with his ankle injury. That's why he's still out.
Yeah. Speaking about Buddy, he goes live on Twitch a lot, and Rhea was in town, and I guess one of his buddies were over, and he had Rhea chop his buddy, and the guy like runs away after she chopped him, and he's like, "Yeah, that's right." It
hurts.
Like, up Rhea. He's like, "That's right, it hurts." He's like, "I have her do it to me all the time." I'm like, "Okay, buddy, we don't need to know all that stuff, but it's okay. I know you're married."
They're one of those wrestling couples that it's like you can tell how much they love each other.
Yeah. But no, I mean, pretty decent show.
A decent show.
Not as much as like I said, I wanted more from the Punk.
Yeah, I want some more stuff here and there. It felt like they could have done more, but like the show ended strong.
That's the thing is, I thought it was a pretty
what Braun and Bronson did to Roman and Jay. Yeah. That was really needed to hype up that tag.
I thought they showcased the women well, but as far as like the Jay Paul Heyman stuff, it's paint by numbers. The CM Punk, and then the Sheamus, Rusev. It's like I said, it's just the fans aren't buying into it. It's just like, oh, by the way, here's a match, which is weird. I don't
because they love Sheamus. You can tell,
right? And Rusev is Rusev, and those two in the ring are great.
It's like he even brought up like Big E says, "Big meaty man slapping me." I was like, "Yeah, right."
And the fans love Karrion Kross, so
yeah, I'm looking forward to that Karrion Sammy match.
Come on, Karrion, you can't have 2 duds in a row with Sammy because Sammy doesn't put on a bad match. You can't have 2 duds in a row on that.
No, I think they're going to kill it for SummerSlam.
Yeah, it's so weird though. Is like after I beat you, then you're going to say that I'm right, but then Zane's like, but then you're going to say that you're wrong, and I'm like, what are we doing here? It's so odd. Like I don't get the whole. It's like, say it, Sammy. No, you say it, Karrion.
Say it.
How about we both say it? What is it? I don't know.
I don't know.
It's just like so much.
But I just want to pipe in with some updates. There have been some important developments that came out of a Collision tonight.
Okay.
They finally setting up some making some matches official for Forbidden Door. Okada versus Swerve, as we've suspected, is official for Forbidden Door.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is that Thea's pulling an RVD. She's calling her shot. She's cashing the contract and wants to face Tony for the title at Forbidden Door.
Okay.
So Athena Tony for the title is official for Forbidden Door.
All right.
That's going to be awesome.
Well, yeah.
And also, Mercedes Moné will be back next week on Dynamite.
Okay.
With 8 belts, because she's won some more belts while she's been away from AEW.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how she has so much creative control over like 17 different promotions. I just always think that's funny. It's like, oh, she got creative control
I'm
over
see
that.
what happened if Kyle Fletcher. Yep, he did it. Kyle Fletcher beat Dustin Rhodes, won the TNT title tonight.
Okay. So yeah, that's basically it. It was they was like, all right, let's just give Dustin Rhodes his moment.
And they destroyed him and Don Callis like wrecked Dustin after the match. Apparently, I haven't from what I'm seeing. I haven't watched all the footage yet, but nope. Congrats, Kyle Fletcher. That's the right move. Putting the belt on him.
That was gonna happen at All In anyway. But unfortunately, Adam Cole, got hurt. And they were like, all right, well, I guess Kyle Fletcher's gonna win this match. No, let's just give Dustin his moment, and then Fletcher can win it later on and proceed with what we have. So there. Yep. All right. So speaking about AEW, on Dynamite, the show opened with a recap of the Hangman Moxley feud ahead of their rematch for the title tonight. The Young Bucks, which did not have, they basically did like a jobber introduction, just came back and they were in the ring. But they ended up defeating the Outrunners in an AEW World Tag Team Championship Eliminator Tournament first round match with the TK Driver. After the match, the beatdown is on with Kazuchika Okada coming down to help. Swerve Strickland comes out for the save, as Justin alluded to. We're having Okada and Swerve Strickland at Forbidden Door. Yes, thank you. Mark Briscoe is ready for MJF, but Ricochet and the Gates of Agony interrupt to warn him about their match tonight. Backstage, MJF talks to Shelton Benjamin about how things went bad last week. Benjamin cuts him off, though. It says MVP isn't here because he's disgusted with MJF. They only let him into the group because MVP vouched for him. He holds up the watch that MJF gave him and reveals he knows it's a fake. He tells MJF he is out of the Hurt Syndicate, and Benjamin shuts the door in his face, leaving MJF angry and frustrated. Here's Christian Cage for a chat. Cage says that he is an a-hole, and he doesn't care who is left in his wake because he is obsessed with being the world champion. Earlier this year, he was this close to winning the title belt, but he thought of his past for a second, and he became an a-hole with feelings. As for the rest of the patriarchy, he has spent more on rental cars to make towns than they have made in their entire careers. He changed the plan because he didn't think they could pull it off. That brings him to Cope, who didn't like what Cage told him to do. Cope has done some unsavory things to get to the top. So as different as they are still the same. As for the patriarchy, Nick called himself the new face of AEW, which is going too far. Nick has to go through Cage to reach that point, and he disowns them all. Cue the patriarchy to lay him out and give him a concerto. Nick then says he disowns Cage as they leave him laying. Stoke Hathaway doesn't like Cope or the Hurt Syndicate and says FTR is ready for the Bang Bang Gang tomorrow night. The Young Bucks come in and they have words with FTR, and now they're buddy-buddy. Remember that whole 10-year F the Revival and why they're named FTR and all that other stuff? But, yep, they're good now. Hangman Adam Page defeated Jon Moxley to retain the AEW World Championship. Everyone was banned from ringside for the match with security guards all over the ring area. Despite this, the Death Riders showed up. Yuta and Claudio distracted some of them, allowing Marina Shafir to sneak in and give Moxley the title belt. He hits Hangman with it, and the refs refs back, but he still kicks out. Darby Allin then shows up and dives off a balcony to take the Riders out and pissing Moxley off. He and Hangman fight some more, and Hangman finally hits the buckshot lariat to win and retain. Athena and Billy Starks defeated Toni Storm and Alex Windsor when Athena hit Toni with the O-face and pinned her to win the match. MJF interrupts a Hangman Page interview with Renee and mocks him some more. MJF remembers the days of us having a real world champion like Swerve Strickland. Hangman wants MJF to beat Mark Briscoe first if he wants a title shot, and they glare at each other. Willow Nightingale isn't impressed by the Triangle of Madness because she is the trapezoid of Grapazoid. Yep. It's a great line there. She's gotten a match with Thekla tomorrow on Collision. In the main event, Mark Briscoe defeated Ricochet with the J Driller after Brody King and Bandito take care of the Gates of Agony at Reedside. After the match, Mark cuts a promo on MJF. Briscoe says MJF is making him wonder if he'll ever see Jay again. Briscoe knows Jay is up in his mansion, but if Briscoe does want him, does what he wants to do to MJF and doesn't repent, he won't be around Jay one day. He wants MJF out here right now. So MJF pops up on screen to say the match is on for next week. MJF then appears in the ring for a low blow on Mark. He goes to hit him with his trusty ring, but Hangman Adam Page comes out for the save, and MJF runs away as fans chant, he's a coward. Hangman and Mark stare at MJF to close out the show. So finally, AEW, you're getting progression and some new storylines and stuff I'm actually into. I don't like the fact that they're breaking up MJF and the Hurt Syndicate so quickly, but I like how they're doing it this quickly anyway, because the Hurt Syndicate are faces. Just call it what it is. That's what they are. MJF is going to screw them over. So FTR ends up winning the tag championships, and then FTR and Christian and Cope will face FTR for the champion.
For a quick update, what's happened on Collision tonight was, let's see, Thekla beat Willow Nightingale, Brody King and Bandito. They will face the Young Bucks in the semifinals. FTR beat the Bang Bang Gang, and so they're going to be waiting for the winner of the Bucks and versus Brody King and Bandito in the finals. And we already matched the match for Bindor, and they're definitely setting up Darby Allin versus Moxley.
Yep. So again, like I said, Moxley doesn't have the belt. He still doesn't have the belt. We can go do the Darby feud. MJF and Hangman, solid. You know they're going to kill it. Swerve Okada, solid. I'm excited for it. Willow Nightingale making fun of that stupid ass name that they have. Great. And so, like I said, I'm enjoying where they're going. I wish the Outrunners would go over on.
That was the bad.
That was the only thing.
I think that was a big mistake of the Bucks going over the Outrunners. It's like the Outrunners have been very popular. It's like if you don't pull the trigger at the right times, it's like then you're gonna cool off. It's like
right. And the fact that the Bucks,
that was the thing that really pissed me off about the show, because I thought that was a very bad move.
Because you can easily play on the fact that the Bucks are just in the dirt.
Yeah, they're acting like that. Yes, they're on hard times because of MVPs, but also have them lose instead of winning matches.
Right. That's the thing. Is like have them lose, and the Outrunners. People are behind the Outrunners.
It's so obvious that they're setting up the Bucks versus the FTR in the finals. And the FTR is going to win, and then they're going to go get their hands on the tag titles because MJF's going to fuck over the Hurt Syndicate and help the FTR win the tag titles.
Right, which I'm fine with. It's just the Bucks.
Yeah,
you have to.
Very obvious where things are going. It's just like the Bucks. It's like, come on. It's like they finally pulled the trigger on a private party, but it was way too late. Yeah. You know, it's like and then they completely fumbled how popular they claim were by taking the titles off them when they shouldn't have, and then they broke them up, and they're both in Nowheresville.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they really fucked it. You know, the tag division was one of the best things about AEW when it started. It's not one of its weakest.
Yeah,
it's like the tag division is a complete mess these days.
Yeah, yep, it is. But other than that, like I said, I thought the storylines and
There's
stuff.
There's good stuff on the show. Like, I like how Hangman knows how to get under MJF's skin and piss him off. It's like, and also he's like, I know. It's like you can't get under my skin. It's like I know your games. I know how you operate, dumbass. It's like it is, and I think that pisses off MJF more that he can't get under Hangman's skin like he thought he could anymore. It's like.
Hangman is the perfect baby face at the perfect time for AEW right now, because like I said, I'm seeing better booking. There still is stuff that's not as good, but 2 years ago or like the last, like up until recently, like I said, the AEW booking has been dog crap.
Yeah.
And it's
been
finally
very dog crap at times.
Right. And
especially earlier this year with the Death Rider shit.
Yeah. And they finally seem to have started steering it in the right direction.
Right.
And like I said, typically we would just like bury like 3 points of the show, or that one part's good and the rest of it was just a bunch of matches. Like we had a bunch of storylines and stuff going on in this, which is what we were begging for a while. And it just felt like it was a bunch of indie card stuff for a while. Just, oh, this match against this match, whatever. It feels like these matches happen because of, you can see why it happens.
Right.
And the only thing we disagree with is the fact of them putting the Bucks over the Outrunners. Remember, we would just sit there and have like a Chris Jericho list of Dean Malenko holds worth of grief that we would have with AEW. And now we're just like, well, the Bucks shouldn't have gone over on the Outrunners. But I mean, Athena and Tony built well. Now, I will say this, though. It's like, I'm going to cash in. You could have cashed in right there, Athena. You could have. She was down and out.
I'm like, why didn't she? You know, it's like,
why didn't you cash in right then? But at least you have a solid foil that bears an actual, like, solid opponent for Tony. That doesn't feel like it's just another server.
My other complaint about the show is, why the fuck do you not have Hangman and Moxley be the main event?
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Because they easily could have done the MJF, Mark Briscoe, Hangman stuff earlier in the show. And it's like, your world champion should be the main event. Yeah. It's like I didn't understand that. It's like,
neither.
Like, I understand you're building toward Hangman MJF in the title feud, but it's like, that was the main event of your biggest pay-per-views of the year. And you do the rematch in the middle of the show instead of making it the main event.
Yeah. You could have put, because I was thinking, I was like, why is it in the middle? And then I saw the show. I'm like, all right, let me just get in the mind here of why they did that, because that's a decent angle. You could have easily pivoted. You could have had that match would be at the beginning of the show between Ricochet and Briscoe, and then MJF comes on screen, and then Hangman makes the save, with that. Or you could have that match right before the main event. Hangman comes out to make the save, and then he goes to the back, and then Moxley comes out because Hangman's already in the ring.
Right.
And you would have done that there. Obviously, you want the big pop of him coming out to the ring. You still would have had that. And then at the end, once he retains and beats Moxley, then you would just have MJF's music or he's standing at the apron just looking on while Hangman's sitting there staring at him. You could have done that. Like, there's a way you could have made it happen without having it in the middle of the show.
Right. I agree.
But I also can understand why he did that, because that is a solid angle to close out the show.
Yeah, it's just I'm more the camp that that kind of a rematch should be the main event of your team.
It should, but I mean, still, like I said, I think that's very nitpicky compared to us just destroying the shows. I'm just being glass half full because I think AEW is heading in a very good direction.
And that's fair. It's like they are any better direction. I mean, there's still some stuff I'm like, but it's like it seems like it's much more focused than it was when the Death Rider stuff was just absolute death and just like this is not working.
Right. So
thankfully it's over, and I'm invested in Hangman and MJF because they showed previously that they cook well together. So
speaking about Death Rider, talk about the Angelo family bullcrap. We got it again. You want to talk about Chase U stuff? Because that's dragging.
Yeah, let's get to NXT and then we'll go over SummerSlam predictions.
Yeah, yes, just the Angelo family and Chase U. It's just not doing anything for me. But NXT, just like on Raw and SmackDown, the entire NXT roster was out in around the ring in the PC to pay tribute to Hulk Hogan, and they did a 10-bell salute to open the show, followed by the video package. Jada Parker, who was super over, defeated Jasmine Nix with a hypnotic, and then
right call.
Yep, right call. Javon got into it with Wesley in the high rise in the back. He gave Chase U the same advice Taker gave him last week: go after the big dog in the yard as he headed to the ring. Javon Evans cut a promo saying he's going to follow Taker's advice, but TNA champion Trick Williams came out saying he is the biggest dog around. Trick said they've done this dance before, and we know how it turned out last time. Javon made it clear he wasn't talking about his ass because he was talking about the NXT champion Obafemi. Wes Lee and his boys interrupted as Wes said that Trick is on another level than Javon. Evans doesn't understand what it takes to be champion. Lee bragged about being the greatest NXT North American champion ever. Lee told Evans that he'll have a great journey to a championship, but it's a long ways away, and they will stop him dead in his tracks. Javon said that he'll start tonight with Wes, and he punched him. They beat him down, and Wes hits a cardiac kick. Wesley says he'll talk to Ava so they can have the match tonight. Chase U was waiting to attack Hank and Tank with chairs, but when they do, they stop them. Hank and Tank said, if you guys want a match, you just had to ask. Tank said that they love Chase U, and Andre Chase walked in, and he was stunned that Kane and is it Uriah? Uriah. I will one day get his name right. You just need to spell it differently. Because my reading skills are terrible when it comes to your name. Would attack them with chairs. Hank and Tank said they'd talk to Ava and get a match for next week. Kale and Uriah were happy that they all they had to do was ask, and as Andre is left shaking his head. Tavion Heights, that I did like that little part of them just being naive. Tavion Heights defeated Charlie Dempsey, thankfully. With Ren Sinclair with the belly-to-belly spinning slam for the pin, so he is free to lead the No Quarter Crutch crew, and he and Dempsey shake hands afterwards. Excuse me. Trick was talking to Wes and his boys backstage. Wes said after he takes care of Javon tonight, maybe Trick can help Tyreek and Tyson get an NXT Tag Team title match. Trick said sure. Santino Marella walked by to remind Trick that he's the director of authority in TNA, but for tonight, he's a WWE superstar. Santino told Trick that the TNA world title is coming back home soon. Blake Monroe did a promo in the ring saying first that Booker T has to get her name right after he flubbed it last week. Blake said that people have been wondering why she attacked Jordan Grace at Evolution, and she said that Grace just isn't good enough to lead the NXT women's division. She showed old pictures of when Grace was heavier and mocked her for it. Blake said she's here to be the woman that this brand is built around. Lola Vice interrupted to tell Blake to shut up. They have the deepest women's division, but Blake won't be the champion of it. Jada Parker joined the fun. She didn't need anybody else to make her relevant. She's not chasing clout. She's chasing the NXT Women's Championship. Blake said that they'll both be like Jordan. Jordan Grace music hits, but Kalani Jordan came out instead saying she wasn't the Jordan you were looking for. Kalani said she's here to talk about the future, and you can't talk about the future without talking about her. She challenged Blake to a match next week. Blake said next week she will send Kalani to join Jordan in a medical facility, and attacked her, and all four brawled. Lola and Kalani tossed Blake and Jada out of the ring to stand tall. Jada shoved Blake down when she tried to hug her. I thought that was hilarious. It's kind of
that was a very funny moment. Jada's like, get off of me.
Yeah, that was a wink, nudge, to the Tony Storm stuff to me. Then Tatum Paxley was with Izzy Dame, and Paxley said she'd had the biggest win of her career, beating Zarya last week. Sean Spears and Nico Vance walked in saying that she proved herself to the calling, and next week she is getting a shot at the women's NXT North American title. Tatum was so happy. After they left, Luca Crucifino walked into the scene to say family doesn't last forever. Fallon Henley defeated Lash Legend when Nia Jax came out of nowhere and laid out Lash outside the ring.
Did not see that coming.
Did not. While the ref was distracted by Fallon, she tossed Lash back into the ring, and Fallon finished her with the Famouser for the win. Nia continued to attack Lash after the match and hit her with the Annihilator Splash. Josh Briggs was backstage with other wrestlers like Channing Stacks Lorenzo. Briggs was watching his title loss last week. Briggs complained about Yoshiki Inamura ruining his moment. Inamura walked in and shoved Briggs, so they had to be separated. Stacks told Inamura that family doesn't last forever while loyalty and honor do not exist. So in the end, everybody gets theirs. He slapped Stacks, saying that you have no honor. He will show him honor next week. Ariana Grace checked on Stacks. They are engaged in real life. Javon Evans defeated Wes Lee with Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Igwe. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
with the cutter. Trick and Oba came out, and all three traded words with each other. Vic Joseph did a sit-down interview with Miles Bourne about his life growing up, mostly deaf, and his wrestling journey so far. Bourne said, "You got to keep moving forward and block out the haters like Lexis King." Ava, the NXT GM, was backstage talking to Robert Stone and Stevie Turner about the medical status of both Ricky Saints and Jordan Grace. When Lexis King barged into the room, he's complaining about Miles Bourne, claiming he wasn't deaf and he's a con man. Ava told King he has a match with Bourne next week. King said he'll prove he's a fraud in the ring. Okay. Fatal Influence was shown outside during the break. Fallon Henley bragged about her win with while Jasmine Nick's lost, and Nick said that Nia Jax is why Henley won. Nia Jax walked in to interrupt to say that Lash Legend doesn't measure up to her. In the main event, Ethan Page defeated Santino Marella to retain the NXT North American Championship. Santino went for the Cobra, and Ethan used the ref as a shield. When the ref moved, he hit a thumb to the eye to Santino, followed up by a twisted grin for the pin. And Tony D'Angelo was shown seated at a restaurant. A waiter gave Tony some wine. He called him the Don, and Tony said that things are changing. Don't have to call him the Don. Call him Tony D. As Tony was about to eat, the room went dark, and he turned his head looking at someone, and then it faded to black in the show because that's the Sopranos. It's a spin on the Sopranos ending.
Riff on the Sopranos ending.
Yeah. Also, I did like after the match, he did hit Ethan with the Cobra, and Ethan sold it in the most hilarious way possible.
I forgot to mention that. Yeah, it's like he sold it like death.
Yeah. Okay, now
fans still love Santino, man.
Yeah. Still love Santino. Where was it that I had a problem with, and I can't freaking remember what it
you
was.
mentioned you had a problem with the Tony D.
I'm over it. I'm over it. And it's kind of like they're over it. But then again, I like Tony D'Angelo as a character. They finally won me over. Remember this, how it was like a year ago?
I'm wondering if that was the last time we'll see Tony D in NXT. Is about to get called up.
Yeah, probably. But I don't understand. Lexis King wants to prove that Miles Bourne is a fraud. Are you going to beat him into hearing?
Yeah.
That makes zero sense to me.
I get that they're trying to help get Miles over more as a babyface, but Lexis acting like that he's not deaf. I don't know. It's not working right now for me, bro.
No, he's like, I'm going to prove that he's a fraud in the ring. What do you mean? What? How?
I think the intention is that they're trying to make Lexis be like an asshole heel. You know, saying that he's not really, he's not really deaf and all that stuff, and it's the way they're doing it. It's not coming off right. It's like, I'll say what is coming off right is what's going on in the women's division. Because although some people they're like body shaming Jordan Grace, it's like, but it fits Blade's character. It's like I didn't have a problem with it. And plus, something like that, Jordan would sign off on anyway. So it's like, she's talked a lot about, like her transformation. I was like, when she showed like the old pictures, I was like, oh, she's going there. Ooh.
Oh, darn. The person that's supposed to be an asshole is
being
an asshole.
Right.
Oh, don't body shame. She's the heel. That's what she's supposed to do.
You know what I find interesting, though, is that they're still positioning Jada as kind of like heelish.
That was a one thing. Because Kalani...
The fans really like her right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, there's a little bit of a disconnect where they're having her still act very heelish, but she's really over with the fans. They're chanting Miss Parker every time she comes out. Very vocal.
And then Kalani came out kind of like a heel, and then she was standing tall as like the face.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Because Kalani has been booked as a heel.
It's supposed to, it's like she's supposed to be a baby. The only one who's clearly acting and being treated like a baby face is a little biased. It's like,
right. Yeah.
But I'm glad to see that Lola, Jada, and Kalani are still like, they're like, it's like, we want the NXT championship. We don't like you, Blake. So I liked all that. Blake Mariah, she knows how to do the heel stuff, man. I thought that her going after Jordan Grace like that was a nice heel, and it fit her character. So, oh man, when Jordan gets back, it's like the fans are gonna go nuts because she's gonna like wreck her ass.
Yeah. Also, random. Did you notice? I don't know if it was a production flub or something. Joe Hendry's face just popped up.
It popped up multiple times. I think they're teasing him coming back to the show soon.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think it was a mistake. It was intentional.
It better be. He's awesome.
I know.
I just need but yeah.
Give us more Wesley, please.
They have not done well with his heel run at all. Chick's heel run has been chef's kiss.
Yeah. Ethan's killing it with the heel, but it's like like Blake is showing you how to be. It's like they're doing good with Javon here, helping him get more personality and getting him over because it's very clear they're setting him up to be the next NXT champion.
Yeah. Oba can do no wrong.
Yeah.
I like how Oba is such a good character, like a tweener character, like how like Stone Cold and like Roman is.
Yeah.
Of like he's never really changes who he is. He's just now a little bit more
not like that much. He's not like really a babyface. He's definitely more like a tweener, where like the fans,
that's what I'm saying.
Like him, but he's very ruthless. He doesn't act like a pure like nice guy.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
he goes, "I'm the ruler. I'm going to destroy you. So you get in my way."
It's that like tweener Stone Cold from the '90s when he was always the
anti-hero.
Respect,
he said to Divide before, like I respect you, kid, but I'm going to wreck you.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna make you famous.
I'll make you famous, just like Taker.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like that Oba's in that like really area that's tough to do. Of like he's over, but he's also never changed of who he is. He just slightly leans more, but he's not like an uber baby face. He's not a uber like a Blake Monroe ultra heel.
I specifically mentioned the relationship between the real life relationship between Ira Grace and Stax because they've never interacted like that on TV before. So. Feels like they're setting up something to pair them together.
Yeah,
because I was like, okay, that's interesting because I know that there's like it's like they've been dating for a while. They got engaged a few months ago, so it's like they are serious. Now Nia Jax showing up to Tech the last session was a surprise, but coming off what happened in the Evolution Battle Royal makes sense. Yeah. Nia was pissed that Lash was largely responsible for eliminating her from the Battle Royal, and she showed up in NXT for payback.
Yeah, and that's definitely.
And this is a way to help get Lash over by feuding with Nia Jax.
Because you're not going to bury Nia. She's always going to be.
This is a clear indication that they think that they're prepping Lash for something bigger, but they're not going to put the belt on her just yet. So like this is a feud to help get her more over as a babyface.
Where's Thea?
Yeah, I'm wondering where like Thea Hale's disappeared, and I don't like that.
Nope.
I mean, like Lola, Jada, and Kalani all getting featured. That's great because I love the three of them. They're great. They're all very talented, But like Thea getting left out in the cold, not good. Like Tatum, they're doing stuff with Tatum. It's like with the whole storyline. It's like that. This is great. Yeah, it seems like Thea's like the odd woman out right now, which I'm not a fan of.
No, she posted something cryptic on her Twitter like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it's just we haven't seen her since. So
hopefully there's nothing going. No personal issues, something going on.
Yeah, because I thought I saw her out there in the front row in that 10 bell salute. I thought I saw her out there.
She might have been. I was like, I didn't look that closely. I mean, I had to watch some of it back because I went to see Fantastic Four that night, and so I missed like half the show.
All right. Give me your thumbs up, thumbs down review in 3, 2, 1. All right. That's a thumbs up, thumbs down review by Justin Toner.
I like Fantastic Four. That was very good.
Okay. And then as far as me and Superman, I liked it.
Yes. I really enjoyed Superman too.
Yeah. That's the first thumbs up I've given to a Superman movie that wasn't a Christopher Reeve one.
Both Superman and Fantastic Four being good is what we needed as far as the comic book genre. It's like because we've had a lot of hits and misses for a while on both ends. So
and they're releasing 35th anniversary. They're re-releasing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990s movie in theaters, and like a couple weeks from now, definitely watching that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember ever seeing it in theaters. No, definitely going to see that. Anyway, Blake Monroe. Okay, I want to talk about her promo.
Well, the body shaming of Jordan.
Not that.
Okay.
Some of it seemed very more WWE scripted, and not just. We've seen Blake.
Okay, I see what you mean of like Mariah kind of stuff versus this.
Right. And when like Mariah May could cut a promo in AEW. And it felt like this was they took away Mariah May and tried to make her say stuff that's just not her.
I get that.
And it came across very bland and disingenuous. And also too, Booker, when she's trying to give you crap, could you pay attention? It felt like he wasn't even paying attention to her.
Right. Like it seemed like he barely responded to
I have no
he
problem.
called them out because like people were making fun of Booker for messing up her name last week.
Right.
And that's the first thing she did. She called out Booker for messing up her name last week.
Yeah.
In a heel move.
Let me say this. Body shaming, I don't like it in real life. In wrestling, it works.
Yes.
So I'm not.
Yeah. That's why I was like, oh, she's going there. Oh, I hope this works. Because
Right. In wrestling, it works. Because that is what a heel does. Like, but in real life, yeah, you're just being an asshole. Guess what? That's what her character's supposed to be. But
we'll see how this goes because right now, this is the what's going on between Blake and Jordan is the best stuff that they've given Jordan since she's been in NXT, and it's definitely helping Blake get over more as a heel, which is it's just a win-win.
It's still of the women's feuds. This is easily the best feud.
Yeah,
NXT wise. But because I mean the whole Rhea EO,
we're all just like counting days, like okay, when is JC Jane finally going to drop the damn title? It's like
right,
because she's going to drop it to a babyface, and whoever that babyface is, they're going to lose it to Blake,
right?
Because it's like Blake is eventually going to get that title around her waist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but she's a heel, so they got to have. It's like a baby. One of the baby faces is going to take that title off of JC to throw her. And how long she holds it, that's going to be the question before Blake gets her hands on it.
I know I complain about Chase U, but I did chuckle with how the new guys.
I did love how Hanky Tank were like, guys, if you wanted to match against us, all you had to do is ask. We like you guys.
And they're like, oh really? And then Chase was just like, what are we doing?
And Andre Chase is just like, oh my god, these guys.
Right. So I think Chase U has run his course 7 years to yesterday. That's the only thing, but this did make me chuckle at least.
Yeah, this is one of the better things they've done with those guys.
And with and how they were basically putting in the D'Angelo family, you can tell it's done, but they're in two different segments and they both kind of had the same thing of just like
it felt a bit much where like Stacks and like Crucifino said almost the exact same thing.
Like I said, I'm just over the D'Angelo family stuff, and it looks like
I'm just wondering where Tony is going to go next. Especially after that ending, it's like the Sopranos finale ending. It's like, what's going on there?
Where's Tony D gonna go? I don't know. Which brings us to the SummerSlam card because he might show up there. So if you want to bring up the SummerSlam card, we can go over that because we've got about 15 minutes left to the 2-hour mark. Got it pulled up?
Yeah, I got the card.
All right, night one. Here we go.
All right, so night one. This isn't an exact order because you don't know the exact match order right now. I don't know if it's official, but I'm assuming Gunther Punk is the main event, which would make. I heard some people thinking that Roman and Jay versus Braun and Bronson was the main event. I'm like, they're not. No, it's like Gunther Punk deserves a fucking main event spot. It's almost like I'm sorry.
One's going to go off first, and one's going to go off last.
I could see them all opening the night one with that tag match.
Yeah.
But here are the matches for night one. We've got Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross, grudge match.
I don't know where they're going to go with that. You would think Karrion would get over? I'm 50-50 on it.
I like the idea floated by Solo Monster on his channel that Sammy will win, but will cheat.
Oh, I like that better. Yep.
and then afterwards, even though he won, he will tell Cross, "You were right."
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I like that better of Sammy cheating. And so the thing is Karrion can
more of an edge.
Yeah, and after the match, Sammy will kind of have this he'll go away, just kind of just giving him a look, and then Karrion will finally come to, and he'll just be smiling.
Yep, because that's what he wants.
Yeah.
All right, we got
just be a good match, Karrion, because that's the only thing keeping you back.
We've got two big tag matches on night one. We've got Roman Reigns and Jey Uso reteaming to take on Team Heyman, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed with Heyman in their corner. Now, after what happened on Monday, normally you would expect that, Roman and Jey are going to win this match, but I think that would be a mistake.
Yeah, I think it would too. You're trying to build Braun.
You're trying to build
Braun.
the heel faction, especially Braun Breaker. Team Heyman needs to win this match.
Yeah.
Now, the question is, do you have Braun pin Roman now, or save that for the one-on-one match? Maybe have Jey Uso eat the pin instead.
The only thing you would do is somehow or another have Bronson Reed eat the pin so they get the win, and then they beat down Roman and Jey at the end. So that way you're still protecting Breaker. I think that's not the right way to go. I think you should put them over.
Yeah.
And then have some, because it's SummerSlam, so it's supposed to be your second biggest pay-per-view, or PLE, or whatever you want to call it. So you would have to have someone else join the faction at that point to come in and screw Roman or Jey over.
I'm still going with Team Heyman to win this one.
Yeah, so I'm saying I think it's better for Team Heyman to go over. But you can't have Roman and Jey stand tall, because then you just bury that tag team.
Right. Then the other big as the celebrity tag match is Randy Orton and Joyce Forces with musician Jelly Roll to take on Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul.
I mean,
it's going to be fun. I think this is going to be a fun match.
Yeah.
Randy and Jelly Roll are going to win this match.
Yeah.
And then the other tag match, there's 3 tag matches on night one, is the women's tag team title match, as the Judgment Day, Raquel and the Prodigy, Roxanne Perez, defend against Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. This one I could see going either way. I could see Alexa and Charlotte winning the tag titles here, or Judgment Day finds a way to hold on to the titles for a little bit longer. And even though they lost, it will help Alexa and Charlotte bond a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And then you could do a rematch at Clash in Paris, and then they win the titles.
Yeah, you could.
So I can see it going either way. I'm leaning toward Judgment Day holding on to titles a little longer, just because we love the Prodigy here, but it's very possible Alexa and Charlotte could win.
It hurts me to say, but they're going to pull the trigger on Alexa and Charlotte.
It's very possible. It's like I would not. I was like I said, I wouldn't be upset, because it's definitely coming. It'd be nice to let Roxanne and Raquel hold the titles.
Look, this storyline did the impossible, Justin. It made the fans like Charlotte.
I know. It's like they like her as a babyface right now. It's a miracle.
Yeah.
It's because it's because of Alexa. It's like the fans really like Alexa, and the interaction between them it comes off. It doesn't feel forced. It's like and it's been slow, where it's like you see Charlotte defrosting.
Right.
The Ice Queen is slowly defrosting because of Alexa.
All right, that was good. You see, that was good. Alexa was on a interview on a roller coaster. I'm not joking. She was interviewed while she was riding a roller
Charlotte?
coaster.
Yeah, I think I heard.
No, it was Alexa.
It was Alexa.
And they asked her. They were like, "Who's your favorite opponent?" She goes, "Well, she's my tag team partner right now, but it's Charlotte." All right, Giff, don't put that in my brain of what if Punk ends up screwing over Roman and Jey and then joining with Heyman. I like where he head's at, but there's too much of hell no.
But he is the future.
He's the future. But I like where his head's at, but that's too much swerving with the long-term storytelling that Triple H does.
I mean, when Roman said that one day, when he didn't say if, he said when you're on top is when Heyman's going to betray you. He didn't say if, he said when. So that was basically Roman confirming where Braun is headed. It's like,
no, Braun is, yeah. We've known He was the only good thing about NXT 2.0.
Yeah. All right. Then we have the match I'm least looking forward to, the WWE Women's Championship match, Tiffany Stratton defending against Jade Cargill.
Yeah, Jade's going to win this.
I don't see the only way that Jade is not winning the title is if Bianca turns heel and screws her out of the title.
Yeah, which could.
That's my hope, because I'd rather not see Tiffany drop the title to Jade of all people. But, like,
Jade has the look, she has the charisma, but her in-ring work is just not good.
Yeah, and it's like if they put the belt on her, it's like it's going to backfire. And they're going to have to take it off her eventually.
Yeah, it's just she can't.
I just fear that she's going to.
And it stinks because you don't want to sit there and say you're not very good. I don't like saying that because she has the look. Either. She has everything about it except for knowing what the hell she's doing in the ring.
Right. If you think after all this time she would have gotten better, it's like
remember I brought that up before.
Yeah.
I brought that up before. I'm like, why? It just feels like she's still green. Like she hasn't progressed the way we would expect her to progress.
Yeah. But they were like, if they had the right move would have had her spend time at NXT, but she was such a big deal. They made such a big deal of setting that I think they were afraid to put her next NXT. They were like, well, no, we're going to put her right to the main roster. And that was a mistake.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with going to NXT. Just ask Stephanie McCurry or Julia and look how they're doing.
Yep. All right.
And then what I assume will be the main event, World Heavyweight Championship, Gunther versus CM Punk, dream match.
Either CM Punk wins. I don't see Gunther leaving with the belt one way or the other.
No. I think either Punk wins and has the belt, or it's revealed that Seth is not really as injured as we would think, and it's been a long con swerve, and he cashes in and takes the title.
Yeah.
And screws them both over.
Because he says, as long as I am breathing,
as long as I breathe air, he told Punk, he will never have a world championship in WWE. Yeah. So you think an injury will prevent Seth from making sure Punk doesn't win a world championship?
Yeah, I don't know, but I agree.
Exactly,
the build has been terrible.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think the match is going to deliver because it's Punk and Gunther.
Yeah,
it's just the aftermath. So it's like because they, like I said, they've been really keeping a tight lip. They've been very vague about Seth. All they keep saying is like he's going to be out for a while. He's injured. He's out. He was like he may not be back for some time.
Yeah, very long time is what.
And the dirt sheets have not heard anything about his injury at all. Is it a torn ACL? Is it just a knee injury? Nothing. So what that tells me, that screams that either it's been at work the whole time, or he was injured, but it wasn't that serious, and they're playing it up that it is serious, so that everyone will be holy fucking shit if he shows up at SummerSlam and cashes in and fucks Gunther and Punk over at the same time and takes the title.
Maybe, but all roads lead to Seth Rollins cashing in is what it feels like.
Yeah. Whether it's at tomorrow night or Saturday night or later, who knows? It depends on. We'll find out. I have and it's not a guarantee, but I will not be surprised if Seth shows up and cashes in on Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's move over to night 2, because I think night 2, if everything goes correctly, will be amazing. So we've got the TLC match, 6-pack TLC match. The Wyatts versus Andrade and Rey Fenix versus DIY versus Fraxium versus Motor City Machine Guns versus the Street Profits.
I honestly don't care who wins. I just want a badass match.
Really, I don't care who wins either. I
just want chaos.
I want chaos. I think because of the teams involved and that it's the 25th anniversary of TSC, these guys are going to want to go out there and steal the fucking show.
Yeah.
I will not be surprised if this opens the show.
Yeah.
I think that would probably be the right move, because you got a lot of other crazy matches on the last. a lot of steps on night 2. You know, it's like you get, you know, it's like so. No, I don't see him cashing in on Cody.
No.
It's like Gift wants that Montez.
He just wants that Montez Ford.
He wants that Montez Ford singles push, and I understand.
Hey man, if there's ever yes, why haven't I'm like we've always Giff, I know you're always pushing it. We've agreed with you 1,000%. Montez Ford is the total package. They just haven't pulled the trigger on it.
Yeah.
Because what do you do with B-Doc at that point?
Yeah.
And B-Doc's way too good of that's too much.
Yeah.
It's just tough to do.
It is.
When B-Doc, you can tell is, I mean, B-Doc could become a single star, but Montez Ford has that it factor that B-Doc just doesn't show.
Yeah, it's tough. But yeah, I don't care who wins that match.
I don't. I'm pretty sure
the Wyatts will hold on to it.
Yeah, the Wyatts are probably going to retain.
But that's going to be nuts. Then we got Intercontinental title match. Dominik Mysterio defending against AJ Styles.
Dominik should go over?
You would think so?
Unless no. Someone from AAA is going to come in, like Vikingo, screw him over.
Maybe.
To like hype up the AAA stuff.
I mean, that would be a fucking banger feud.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could go either way. I don't know.
Yeah. I would say probably AJ would if they're trying to
that move would be get put on AJ because like Dominik hasn't done jack shit with the title.
Right. And they want to or like I'm saying like Vikingo could come in and screw him over.
Because I think it feels like Finn's long-term plan is just to fuck Dom and Liv over.
Yeah. So
and get them out of the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Then we got steel cage match for the men's United States title as Sol Sikoa defends Jacob Fatu. All right, do you think Jacob's winning the title back here?
Maybe, but then after that point, what do you do with Solo?
With the cage, it's not going to stop the fucking MFT from interfering in this match. I don't think.
His name is Tama Tonga, and he needs to side with Jacob Fatu.
Americano screw job.
Yeah,
it's like why is all of a sudden a Grande Americano and but also the other Bass man. It's like something's up. Yeah, exactly. I think they need to like. I feel like they got to really pull like fully. I think they would have done it by now if it wasn't for the live injury. The live injury, I think, is delaying him like really sticking the knife into Dominik.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming, but the live injuries kind of put that on hold for a bit. I don't know. Do you think Jacob wins the title back or
no? I wouldn't, but
we'll see. I think I wouldn't mind Solo keeping on for a little bit longer. Right. He just won. It'd be weird if he just dropped it right back. So, I
just see Tama Tonga coming back.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Helping Jacob.
Mm-hmm. Then we have the Women's Intercontinental Championship match. Becky Lynch defending against former champion Lyra Valkyria. No DQ, no count-out rules. And if Lyra loses, she won't be able to challenge again for the title while Becky has it. I'm going with Lyra winning the title back finally.
Yeah, I'm going with Lyra on that one.
This is going to be a big moment for her to put her over.
Yep, at SummerSlam.
And it's probably going to be another banger between these two because these two have had insane chemistry. So it's going to be more crazy with the no DQ stip. So, and probably
that's true. That needs to be a shirt. Fatu just needs Fatu.
Yeah,
that should be on a shirt.
And a match that may also steal the show and be a fucking banger. Triple threat for the Women's World Championship as Naomi defends against both Rhea and Io Sky. Naomi's cold not the title. She just won it. At least to see who she pins, if it's Rhea or Io, who she pins. But she's going to find a way to walk out because how could you not have Naomi versus Stephanie McCurry? And they're not going to do. They're going to save Rhea for Stephanie for as long as possible.
Yeah. I would honestly have Rhea take the pin.
I think that would be a good move.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, is it really going to hurt Rhea?
No. Absolutely.
And the feud that we really want is Rhea and Io at the end of the day. You don't need a belt. You don't need a belt for that match.
Yeah. And finally, the main event, street fight for the WWE Championship. John Cena against Cody Rhodes. Cody better fucking win the title back.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. It's Cody. Cena goes back to face. Rise off in the sunset.
Start Cena go back to face. Let's get the heel run over with. It's run its course. It's time to put an end to it. Please, for the love of God.
Yep.
Give the title back to Cody.
Yep.
I know some people are speculating a cash in from Seth here, but I don't see that. I don't see him switching shows. Not especially with all the stuff between. You think he's gonna leave Raw, and with the possibility that Punk is champion? Fuck no.
No. But who knows, man? Only time will tell. But
yep. Hopefully, this is a big deal. This is the first 2-night SummerSlam. We're going to see if SummerSlam works as a 2-night show, like WrestleMania has worked out pretty well.
The only thing I would say is don't turn Cody heel.
Yeah, no. The people wanting that, I think that's a stupid fucking idea.
That's just them being bored.
Sorry.
Haters. Yeah.
I think they're haters.
Just like anytime someone gets super over, like Rhea. Or
that is in the back of my mind gif about the Becky Lyra match, is that Bayley may turn heel and cost Lyra the match. I don't know. That's certainly a possibility, but I wouldn't go there. I would have Bayley turn on her afterwards and have them feud over the title.
Right. You can do that. So but like I presented to Justin earlier, they could have Bayley and Becky team up and face Charlotte and Alexa. Because that would be awesome.
Now, an upside though, what I would like to see, if Roxanne and Raquel do lose the tag titles, have Roxanne come after Lyra for the women's IC title. She wins it back.
Yeah. That would be the next thing you would do, is have Roxanne go after Lyra.
Because they had an awesome match at Stand and Deliver last year for the NXT title when Roxanne beat her for the title. So
that feud's going to cook.
That would be awesome.
They have of the 3 call-ups. They've pushed Stephanie, but they've really done better work with Roxanne. I know I'm a biased person when it comes to the 3 of them, but I feel like they've given
more Roxanne to work with because of the Judgment Day storyline.
Right.
Like, but it's clear they are positioning Stephanie long term to be on the top. I mean, with everything that, especially after she won the Battle Royal and it has the title shot at Clash in Paris. So it's like,
because Stephanie has that broader appeal.
She's got that. She's got the aura of a superstar. It's like, and the fans love her. The Devil's Kiss is insanely over. It's like she's just so likable. It's like when like I've seen her interviews. She's just like such a sweet person. Yeah, and it's like, and she's just like she's so happy and excited that she's finally in WWE and getting to live out her dream and getting to work with all these other great talented women. You know, it's like getting to meet her Rey Mysterio, who's one of her idols. You know, it's like she does the 6. It's just like people who do the 619, they do it because they love Rey Mysterio. It's like, you know, it's like that's why Zelina and Stephanie Becker both use the 619 because they love Rey's their idol. You know, it's like
no. But I mean, when she made her NXT,
he was as a well-known Rey Mysterio fan. Also, that's why she does the 619.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Rhea and Stephanie could. It's like they do that right. It's going to be next level.
I mean, right now, honestly, Rhea already has her Brett or Rock or Austin.
It's Bianca actually.
I would say Rhea and Io.
Yeah. It's like Rhea and Io have quite the rivalry.
Even though Rhea's never beat
it's a friendly rivalry too, where they like and respect each other. But it's like right now, it's like Io has had her number every single time. And so it's like, and that's what makes it so intriguing. But I mean, they still can do Rhea Bianca 1-on-1 still. They got that in their pocket, you know, because of the triple threat. So it's like, but yeah, no, like it's like that like the one night where it's like Rhea came in like before Money in the Bank and it shook Stephanie's hand. It's like, I'll see you at Money in the Bank. It's like people are like, WrestleMania match previewed right there.
Yeah. I mean but yeah, when Giff was saying that, or you were saying like Bianca and Rhea, the thing is, it's just kind of like, oh, remember when we'd see Bianca and Io kind of go back and forth, and they would just have amazing chemistry in the ring. They play with they do that, and they kind of have a stare down, just like smile and like laugh about it, about how like smooth they were. And then we see Rhea and Io have like a 5-star classic that we'll talk about for the rest of time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, oh yeah, no wonder that triple threat match was so good.
Yeah,
because all three of them they had that chemistry.
Is that good? And also outside the ring, they're all very good friends with each other.
Right. And your best matches are with your friends, typically.
Like on Unreal, Rhea talked about how excited she was for the triple threat because it was her, Io, and Bianca getting to have a big title match at WrestleMania because they all came up in NXT together. You know, it's like, you know, they've been through a lot together. Mm-hmm. They're friends, and so like it's like they were pumped.
Yeah. So that's what I got for the card. It's a great card. It ended up being a lot better card.
On paper, it looks even better than WrestleMania, and hopefully, depending on the execution, it could actually be better than WrestleMania.
Because this has been a weird.
It's going to come down to that street fight. It's going to come down to the Cody Cena street fight to cap off SummerSlam on night 2.
Yeah. And yes, the WrestleMania was such a downer because of that main event match. But the thing is, the rest of the night 1 and night 2 still weren't that great in WrestleMania. Like the triple threat between
night
Io,
2
Rhea
was shaping up to be good, but like there was Io, Rhea, Bianca was amazing,
right?
And there was a lot of great matches on night 2, but the Cena Cody match being such a clusterfuck really dragged the quality of that night 2 down.
And that was what AEW's issue was for a while with their pay-per-views. Is like, man, it was such a good show, and then the Death Riders. Man, it was such a good show, and then the Death Riders. Same thing. Man, that night 2 was shaping up, and then that crap.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's like I'm just throwing shit out there. It's like it's my opinion. It's like
I mean, the card looks better, and it should be on paper better.
It's all about the execution.
It's all about the execution, but we shall see. I hope there's not a lot of because every time we do these predictions, we're always like, oh, there's a run in here, there's a run in there, and then there's really not. Like Triple H lets the stuff play out, and they might have like some shenanigans.
And the shows are
like 1 or 2
at 6 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah,
for both nights.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to look at about like 4 hours probably for each night, I would assume.
Yeah, probably. But hey, it's 12 card match. It's 12 match card in a sense. So,
yeah, 6 matches a night. Yeah, it's like
yeah, it should. I was really hoping for 7, 14, but
I was hoping they could have maybe gone 7 each night, but
yeah, you could have had Alistair and Damian.
I'm glad they're not doing
Julia.
like 5 a night. It's like that. Yeah, it's like Evolution was 7, and Evolution was one of the best shows of the year. So it was like,
yeah, and Immolation, because our boy Simon, he went through like he ranked the pay-per-views, the WWE pay-per-views, and he had he was like, you could have it 1A and 1B, but he was just talking about Evolution and Elimination Chamber. Like the Rumble was right there, but I think there's a gap between those two, and then the rest of in between. There's a gap between that and Royal Rumble, where there's not much of a gap between that and the rest of the stuff. He did lump in the Saturday Night's main events, and they were all like the bottom, but
yeah.
But anyway, but that's about it, guys. Hope you all enjoy SummerSlam as much as hopefully we'll enjoy SummerSlam this weekend. And then, guys, it's getting ready to be fantasy football time, which means Fantasy F Around will be coming back August 11th on Monday. Tomorrow, we will be having the Rev Book Club, where Sol and I and the other people of the Discord that read the book as well will be joining us to talk about the third rule of time travel. The first rule is you don't talk about time travel. The second rule is you don't talk about time travel. No, I'm just joking. So far I've enjoying the book. It's a short read, but tune in tomorrow to get me and Soul's full breakdown thoughts and our other Discord members to join us in talking about it. Discord link is down below. It is free to join. We talk anything we don't just talk books and wrestling. We also talk sports and any comic books, movies, all the pop culture stuff wrapped into a nice little Discord channel that is Rev. So join us over there for that. And then every Thursday, you have Justin and I breaking down. So next week, you will join us for our reactions to SummerSlam and the other shows leading up to it. Also, AEW and hyping up for Forbidden Door. When is that, Justin? About a month away?
Forbidden Door is Sunday, August 24th.
Okay, so yeah, about 2-3 weeks away from that. That's tip. Is that Labor Day? No. Yeah.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Oh, nope, it's a week before Labor Day. Okay, Labor Day weekend. But we also have that. Obviously, our Rev Sports wrap it up every Wednesday at 9:00 Central, 10:00 Eastern. Obviously, this show every Thursday at 8:00 Central, 9:00 Eastern. And then the Fantasy F Around, where GIF will be defending his title. I still want to recount, even though you clearly were the best team last year. Still want to recount. I don't care. I'm a fair commissioner. You want it fair and square, even though I disagreed. So there you go. I could have screwed you over by just being me, but I didn't want to. So there you go. I like to see things played out. But yeah, it's a new year. So join us over there for that. And hit the like, subscribe button, ring the doorbell. And Justin, SummerSlam's here, man.
Yep.
Just before you know it, we're going to be WrestleMania season all over again, because that's how quickly the wrestling world works. But on behalf of me and Justin, thank you all. See you next time.